again. It is another one, y'all. Happy Monday to everybody. Spam that like button. Hit that like button. Thank y'all for coming in. This is my reaction. Y'all, it is finally hit the streets. We got Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton's deposition right here on the channel. This is my reaction. Thank you guys for coming. Now, remind you, thank you. I want to say thank you to Nurse 59 for giving us the intel so we can bring this to YouTube and give our reaction. Make sure you do your own research. This is under Act 107, Fair Use Commentary. Thank you guys for joining. So now before we get ready to start this live, you know how we do, Band-Aid Gang. We come all the way correct. I said, damn. So, hey, we told you that all the bombing, all the stuff, the distractions that they got going on in Iran, we gonna stick to Lex Wexner because we do got breaking news. Michael Levi, which is his attorney, is in the Epstein files. And we bringing it to you live. So make sure you stay in tune and intact with our community post. Les Wexner, attorney, is in the Epstein files. But we got live right now Bill Clinton's deposition. Y'all spam that like button. Y'all get in here. Band-Aid Gang. Let's go.
All right, we will go on the record. This is a deposition of former President William Jefferson Clinton conducted by the House Committee on Oversight and Government Reform under the authority granted to it pursuant to House Rule 10. Accordingly, House Rule 10 grants the committee broad jurisdiction for the committee to conduct investigations of any matter at any time. On July 23, 2025, the Subcommittee on Federal Law Enforcement of the Committee on Oversight and Government Reform
hit that like button.
Voted by voice to approve a motion directing the chairman to authorize and issue a subpoena to you for a deposition. On August 5th, 2025, Chairman Comer issued a subpoena for President Clinton to appear today for a deposition in furtherance of the committee's investigation into the actions and investigations of Mr. Jeffrey Epstein and Ms. Ghislaine Maxwell. I will now enter the original subpoena and corresponding cover letter from August 5th, 2025, as well as the additional subpoena from December 15th, 2025, determining a new date as Exhibit 1. I will enter as Exhibit 2 the correspondence between Chairman Comer and counsel for President Clinton and Secretary Clinton.
I did not have fellatio with that woman.
The following letters. October 6, 2025, letter from David E. Kendall to Chairman Comer and Ranking Member Garcia. October 22nd, 2025, letter from Chairman Comer to David E. Kendall. November 3rd, 2025, letter from David E. Kendall.
We got 11 in the building. Please double check.
November 21st, 2025.
That will keep the channel in the algorithms. Make sure you subscribe to the channel.
December 10th,
we got lots more coming, gang.
Letter from David E. Kendall to Chairman Comer and Ranking Member Garcia. December 15th, 2025. Letter from Chairman Comer to David E. Kendall. January 3rd, 2026. Letter from David
Brazilian
E. Kendall
girl, thank you
Chairman
for coming.
Comer and Ranking Member Garcia.
We got
January
Donald Trump's
8th,
deposition right here live, y'all.
Chairman Comer to David E. Kendall. January 12th, 2026, letter from Ashley Cowan.
18 in the building. Let's run them lights up, y'all.
Comer. January 13th, 2026, letter from William J. Clinton and Secretary 8 Hillary R. Clinton to Chairman Comer encompassing attached declarations under the penalty of perjury of both President Clinton and Secretary Clinton.
They trying to distract us with
January
the Iran
20th,
war, y'all. This is what we need to be looking at. Breaking down these files. We sticking to the Epstein files.
Comer. January 31st, 2026.
Breaking news. Les Wexner, attorney, is in the Epstein files.
And February 2nd, 2026, letter from Chairman Comer to Ashley Cowan and Catherine M. Turner. The committee originally noticed the deposition for President Clinton on December 12th, 2025. I will mark that notice as Exhibit 3. I will mark as Exhibit 4 the notice dated December 16th, 2025 for a deposition of President Clinton to occur on January 13th, 2026. President Clinton did not appear for his
Hillary
deposition on
Clinton
January
and
13th,
Bill Clinton's deposition.
I will enter as Exhibit 5 the transcript for the deposition that President Clinton failed to appear for. The committee noticed a committee business meeting on January 14th, 2026 to consider the contempt report for President William J. Clinton held on January 21st, 2026. I will mark that notice as Exhibit 6.
Fair use commentary into Act 107. Let's go.
I will mark as Exhibit 7 the contempt report for President William J. Clinton voted favorably out of the Committee on Oversight and Government Reform on January 21st, 2026.
He's drinking a lot of water, gang.
The final roll call vote sheet favorably reporting the contempt report of President William J. Clinton out of the Committee on Oversight.
I wonder if they're going to ask him about that blue dress.
On January 21st, 2026.
We want to know about that blue dress.
Deposition on February 19th, 2026. I will enter the notice for this deposition as Exhibit 9. I will enter as Exhibit 10 the email thread between Committee on Oversight and Government Reform staff and counsel for President Clinton and Secretary Clinton. The email thread confirms the date, time, and location, among other terms, of today's deposition.
Y'all, let's get those likes up,
Additionally,
please.
this
Double
email
tap
thread
the
clearly
screen if you
states
just
the
came
agreed
in.
upon terms,
That is the like button.
including but
If
not
not,
limited
there's
to
3
video
buttons on the
recording,
right-hand side.
no predetermined
Please hit
time
those and you will
limit,
find a
and
like
scope.
button in there. Thank you.
The
Happy
agreed
Monday,
upon
everybody.
scope from the email marked as Exhibit 10 is as follows. Pursuant to the committee's investigation into the alleged mismanagement of the federal government's investigation into Mr. Jeffrey Epstein and Ms. Ghislaine Maxwell, the circumstances and subsequent investigations of Mr. Epstein's death, the operation of sex trafficking rings, and ways for the federal government to effectively combat them, ways in which Mr. Epstein and Ms. Maxwell sought to curry favor.
So let's not forget, he knows at this point that sex trafficking went on. So we can say he accused for, you know, he was there.
Exercise influence to protect their illegal activities and potential violations of ethics rules related to elected officials. The committee will ask President Clinton and Secretary Clinton all of its questions regarding Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, including, but not limited to, the personal relationships between the Clintons and Mr. Epstein and Ms. Maxwell, and the ways in which Mr. Epstein and Ms. Maxwell sought to curry favor and exercise influence, as well as the operation of sex trafficking rings and ways for the federal government to effectively combat them without the proposed limitations on scope sought in your January 31st, 2026 letter.
Exactly. Don't forget Pizzagate.
And the witness, please state his name for the record.
William Jefferson Clinton.
Thank
Now
you.
remember, y'all, he has
My name
cancer,
is
so
Jack Emmer, and I am the Chief Counsel of Investigations for Chairman
it's going to be
Comer.
quite hard to
Under the
understand.
Committee on Oversight
What's up,
and
the Great
Government
Spills the
Reform's
Tea?
rules, you are allowed to have counsel present
Y'all
to
make sure
advise
y'all
you during
subscribe
this
to the Great
deposition.
Spills the
Do
Tea.
you have
She
counsel
is going
representing
ham
you
right
in
now,
a
breaking
personal
these Epstein
capacity
files.
present with you today?
And she
I
is
do.
doing so
Will
wonderful.
counsel please identify
She has a
yourselves
huge
for the
following
record?
base, so make sure y'all
David Kendall,
subscribe to the Great
Williams and
Spills the
Conway,
Tea.
LLP.
Catherine Turner, Williams.
She's down in the chat. Drop your
Sharon
link if you
Wisconsin,
can.
President.
Thank you. Starting with the majority, can members of Congress in attendance please identify themselves for the record?
Billy.
Go ahead, sir.
Members of Congress. Yeah, James Comer, Chairman of the Committee from Kentucky.
Congresswoman Nancy Mace, South Carolina.
Eric Burleson. from
Welcome,
Missouri.
Unique. I see you.
Congressman John McGuire, Virginia 5.
Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna from Florida's 13th District.
Eugene Douglas, welcome.
Glen Groveton, Wisconsin.
Ranking Member Garcia, California.
Congresswoman Melanie Stansbury, New Mexico.
Congressman Steve
Double
Austin,
tap the
Vermont,
screen.
and
Thank you
Virginia
guys for
7.
coming in. Double tapping the screen.
Congresswoman Emily Randall, Washington State.
This is the
Congresswoman
Bill Clinton's
Nelson Adams,
deposition
Arizona State.
considering the Epstein
Congressman
files.
Maxwell Frost, Florida State.
Congressman West.
This is my reaction.
Missouri 6th District, St. Louis.
James Walkinshaw, Virginia 11th District.
Roe Connick, California 17th.
Lauren Boebert, Colorado Sports District.
Thank you. For the record, starting with the majority staff, can the additional staff members please introduce themselves with their name, title, and affiliation?
Billy Grant, Deputy Chief Counsel for Investigations for Chairman Comer.
Peter Spector, Deputy Director of Oversight for Chairman Comer.
Daniel Ashworth, General Counsel for Chairman Comer.
Ryan Giacchetti, Chief Counsel for Chairman Comer.
Will Harness, professional staff member to Chairman Comer.
Hannah Caffey, professional staff member for Chairman Comer.
Melvin Soto, Digital Director for Chairman Comer.
Melissa Tullen, counsel for Chairman Comer. Emily Firehobin, counsel for Chairman Comer.
Mark Moran, Staff Director for Chairman Comer. Austin Hacker, Communications Director, Chairman Comer.
Ashley Ginger, Deputy Staff Director for Chairman Comer.
Staff reduction, and we going back in, y'all.
Thank you all. President Clinton, before we begin, I would like to go over the ground rules for this deposition. The questioning will proceed in rounds. The majority will ask questions for an hour.
Please
and then
double tap the
minority
screen
will
if
have
you
an
got in. This is my
opportunity to ask
reaction.
questions for an hour if they choose. To the extent members have questions for the witness, they will be propounded during their side's respective rounds. The clock will stop if you need to confer with counsel. Your counsel is speaking, and when members or staff are speaking during the opposing side's rounds of questions. We will alternate back and forth until there are no more questions. Do you understand?
Yes.
There's a court reporter taking down everything I say and everything you say to make a written record of the interview. For the record to be clear, please wait until the staffer questioning you finishes
I guess that adrenochrome didn't do that good, did it, gang?
each question before you begin your answer, and the staffer will wait until you finish your response before proceeding to the next question. Further, to ensure the court reporter can properly record this deposition, please speak clearly, concisely, and slowly. Also, the court reporter cannot record nonverbal answers such as nodding or shaking your head.
Double tap the
So it
screen.
is important that you answer each question with an audible.
Let's get our
verbal
lights up. Let our
answer. Do you
lights match our
understand?
views. Let's get the lights up, gang.
Exhibits may be entered into the record. Majority exhibits will be identified numerically. Minority exhibits will be
Thank you, guys.
identified
Thank you for the
alphabetically.
lights.
Do you understand?
Yes.
We want you to answer our questions in the most complete and truthful manner possible, so we will take our time. If you have any questions or do not fully understand the question, please let us know. We will attempt to clarify, add context to, or rephrase our questions. If we ask about specific conversations or events in the past and you are unable to recall the exact words or details, you should testify to the substance of those conversations or events to the best of your recollection.
I want to thank
If you
Nurse
recall
59 for
only
bringing this
a
to the
part of
channel.
Conversation or event. you
Salute
should
to
give
Nurse
us your
59.
best
Be
recollection of those
respectful in the
events or
chat.
Parts of conversations that you do recall. Do you understand?
Yes.
You are required by law to answer questions from Congress truthfully. This also applies to questions posed by congressional staff in this deposition. Do you understand?
Yes.
If at any time you knowingly make false
You know, this ain't
statements,
his first
you could be
rodeo,
subject
gang.
to criminal
This ain't his
prosecution,
first rodeo.
including, but not limited to perjury. Do you understand?
Yes.
This includes both knowingly providing false testimony, but also stating that you do not recall or remember something when in fact you do. Do you understand?
Yes.
Furthermore, you cannot tell half-truths or exclude information necessary to make statements accurate. You are required to provide all information that would make your response truthful. A deliberate failure to disclose information can constitute a false statement. Do you understand?
I do.
Is there any reason you are unable to provide truthful testimony in today's interview?
I don't believe so.
Please note that if you wish to assert a privilege over any statement today, that assertion must comply with the rules of the Committee on Oversight and Government Reform. Pursuant to that, Committee Rule 16C1 states.
Come on, y'all. We got 20 in
The
here.
chair
Please, let's get them
considers
lights up,
assertions of
man.
privilege over
Let's get
testimony
the
or
lights up.
statements.
28 in here. Let's get them
Witnesses or
lights up.
entities must clearly state the specific privilege being asserted and the reason for the assertion on or before the scheduled date
Please hype
of
this video
testimony
up.
or appearance.
Go to your comment section,
For the
slide
purposes of
around to the
this
side, and there's a
deposition,
hype button,
objections
and
must
you
be
can hype the
stated
video.
concisely and
Thank
in
you
a
very much.
non-argumentative or non-suggestive manner. If the witness refuses to answer a question to preserve a privilege, the committee may seek a ruling from the chair. If the chair overrules any such objection, the witness shall be ordered to answer. If the witness continues to refuse to answer a question despite being ordered to do so, the witness may be subject to sanction. Do you understand?
Yes.
Ordinarily, we take a 5-minute break at the end of each hour of questioning, but if you need a longer break or a break before that, please let us know and we will be happy to accommodate. However, to the extent that there is a pending question, we would ask that you finish answering the
Welcome,
question
you're muted.
before we
Thank you
take
for
a break.
coming.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Finally,
This is
I
the
will
Donald
note
Trump,
for everyone here
Bill
today that
Bill
the
Clinton
contents of what
deposition.
discuss
We wish
in
it
the
was Donald
deposition
Trump up
today
here.
is
We
confidential
wish
under
Donald
the
Trump
House
was up here
deposition
getting
regulation.
cross-examined,
Under
crossing
the
himself
rules, the
up.
chairman and ranking member shall consult before any release of testimony or transcripts, including
32 in the
portions
building.
thereof.
Let's double tap the screen,
This
gang.
means it
Band-Aid,
is
gang.
a
Make sure y'all
violation of
sub up.
House and committee
Breaking
rules to
news.
disclose the contents of the deposition
Lex
prior to its
Wexner,
official
attorney Michael
release.
Levi is in the
For this reason,
Epstein
the marked
files.
exhibits
We will
that
be
we
bringing that.
use today
So make sure
will
you
remain
subscribe
with
to the
court
channel.
reporter so that they can go into the official transcript, and any copies of those exhibits will be kept at the table or returned to us when we wrap up.
Our lineup is like going crazy, y'all. So make sure if you're not subbed up, sub up. Go check out the community wall. Check out our upcoming lives. Hey, we going crazy.
Can the reporter please swear in the witness?
Would you raise your hand, please? Do you solemnly declare and affirm?
Uh-oh, it's about to get in, gang. This is my
the testimony you're
reaction.
about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Do you have any questions before we begin?
No.
I have a comment before we begin, please. Mr. Chairman, I want to start out by saying,
That's exactly what I said. Paul G, I said it. I wonder if they're going to ask him about the blue dress.
Admonishing the committee and all of us of our obligations. Obviously, we want to ensure that that doesn't happen again. We've obviously experienced a number of deep fakes that have now been circulating on the web, not because of anything that the committee did, but because of the release.
If you shine a blue light, a red light on that blue dress, it's gonna be all his bank accounts. They need to shine a light on that blue dress that he had on. It might be a secret map.
That is occurring in this room occurs, and two, a release of the video of the secretary's testimony as soon as possible, ideally today.
We got Bermuda in here, y'all. They getting in here. Y'all get in here.
So that there are not deep fakes that are representing what is happening here when they actually have not.
Yeah, and let me say,
make sure y'all hype my videos, gang. We finna go crazy tomorrow. I'm off, so I'm going live twice.
The release of the photo, as well as Democrat member communicating with the New York Times. So I will again remind everyone to refrain from sending pictures or texting with media outlets outside. Melvin is our videographer, and we're getting he's doing this today as well as producing the video, so we'll get them out hopefully as soon as possible, hopefully within the next 24 hours.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
They've been playing with our channel because they know we bring it raw, because we run YouTube.
Mr. President, do you wish to provide an opening statement?
I do, but it's brief. First of all, good morning and welcome to all of you to our hometown.
Hype the video, let's go.
I appreciate you coming here.
This ain't got nothing to do with your hometown.
I'm here today basically for two reasons. First,
you're in trouble. You're here because he's in trouble.
I love my country and the Constitution, and I believe America was built on the idea that no one is above.
Now, America was built on a whole bunch of tunnels. America was built over a whole bunch of tunnels, and we're going to figure that out. Let's go.
The law, especially presidents. And that we should all live by the same set of rules shaped by the Constitution. Democracy requires every person to play their part, and I hope that by being here today, we can bring ourselves a little further away from the brink and back to being a country where we can disagree civilly and search for the truth and justice.
Tell us where the tunnels is at, then.
That outweighs the partisan urge.
Tell us where the tunnels is at.
And point scoring. I will do my part.
Your part is to tell us where the tunnels is at.
The second reason I'm here is that the girls and women whose lives Jeffrey Epstein destroyed deserve not just justice, but healing. They've been waiting too long for both. Through my brief acquaintance with Jeffrey Epstein,
you right, Billy.
Though it ended years before his crimes came to light, and though I never witnessed during our limited interactions
what about the tunnels?
Any indication of what was going on, I'm here to offer what little I know.
Y'all heard that? What little he knows.
Part to prevent something like this from happening again. I have to say one personal thing.
Don't laugh.
Since Hillary came in yesterday.
Because we want to know where the tunnels is at.
She had nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein. Nothing.
there's a picture of us both shaking hands with him in a photo line in 1993 at a fundraiser for the White House Historical Association. I don't know how it is under President Trump, but when I was there, it was about the most non-political operation you can imagine. There were people who loved the White House, who were interested in it, would give a little money every year to do things that need done around
Big
the
facts.
house. And nothing nearly as extravagant as the ballroom or any of that.
Y'all
Just
double tap that
things
screen.
had to be done. And neither she nor I remembered shaking his hand all those years ago. So I don't think that was right. On the other hand, I do think you should be talking to me. I think you should have called me.
Oh, good, you got good game, gang.
And you have a right to ask those questions.
You got good game.
So I'm glad to be here, and
he's not glad to be there. They gonna stop lying to us.
What the oath is. I have to be honest with you. You know, I'll be 80 years old if I live to my next birthday. I don't remember everything that happened 24 years ago, but I do remember some things, and I will tell you what I remember as best I can. He
wrote that part down. I don't know if I'm gonna remember. I said that.
Nothing less than
he wrote down that he don't know if he gonna remember everything. Y'all see the lies, the lies, the lies.
Truth and accuracy. We owe that to the American people. And I actually hope that you will be able to
exactly, Nurse 59, selective memory
that will reduce human trafficking and especially focus on underage girls. I hope you'll be able to
welcome, Carlos.
I know that
Carlos say they glad to be here because they've been practicing what to say all these years. It's talking almost 16 years, however long it is taken. Great comment.
Trafficking and girls. When she was Secretary of State, we had to deal with it. And in my foundation,
boy, wait till they start asking you some questions.
Nigeria,
we don't want to know about your trips.
Was rampaging through the north of Nigeria.
We want to know where them tunnels at.
And we were working there trying to stop deaths from diarrhea for young children.
Oh, man.
And it was interesting. These guys were cold and calculated. They said, oh, you don't have to leave because the kids you're helping are younger than the ones we want.
They was cold and calculated. I said them. Double tap my screen, man.
So
this is my reaction.
This is really important.
Fair use commentary.
And I will do what I can to make whatever contribution I can. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ask this man some questions.
11:28, and the majority's time will begin now. Mr. President, thank you for agreeing to testify today and for your years of service to our country. I want to start from the beginning.
Yeah, he got served up under that table.
When did you first meet Jeffrey Epstein?
He got served.
Well, I will try in this testimony, and I will point it out when I'm aware there's a picture or something that predates it. There's a picture that shows him shaking hands in the White House Historical Association reception. That was in 1993, but I'm not aware of that. I first remember meeting him. When I got on his airplane to take the first trip with my foundation.
Why they get on his airplane? What made them just want to get on his plane? When he first got on the plane to go for the foundation, what made him get on the plane, gang? I said, damn.
Whatever it was.
And to be clear, do you have any reason to believe that you may have met Mr. Epstein prior to becoming president?
Got 15 likes, 30 people. Let's double tap the screen, gang.
Before I became president, no.
And you mentioned that your first memory of interacting with Mr. Epstein was on your first trip. Which trip specifically?
What trip? What trip?
I'm not sure which one it was. Which one was the first? I took all or part of 4 or 5 trips to Asia and Africa and one to Northern Europe.
Asia and Africa, Band-Aid Gang. Let's think about it. He went to Asia and Africa with Epstein. What you going out there for? Get them little kids, right? Asia and Africa. You done went to Asia with the Philippines. You done went out there and did all that with these little kids, allegedly.
Mr. Epstein's airplane. And once when I was in
Exactly,
Florida,
Ruby.
I was offered a ride back to New York, but I wasn't there having it. It was just coincidental that he was there. And I think that was fairly early in the process, but I don't remember exactly. I just know that I did.
Look how long this type of stuff been going on in our country.
Florida to New York. And all are part of several other, I think 4 or 5 trips to Africa, Asia, and one to Northern Europe.
Exactly.
And I want to make sure the record is clear. Is it your testimony today that you have no independent recollection whatsoever of the circumstances of when you first met Mr. Epstein?
Angel said his hand shake.
You can answer again.
Yes, I do have a recollection of when I remember meeting him before this trip.
Well, tell the gang.
On this trip, when I took his plane.
Tell the Band-Aid Gang. Tell us. We want to know.
Mr. President, we're going to discuss more specifics later, but for the record, can you briefly describe the nature and extent of your relationship with Mr. Epstein?
Well,
see,
sometime after I left,
you wanted to launder some money. That's what happened. You wanted to launder some money. You was already sneaking and geeking. He was sneaking and geeking. He got fellatio from up under the chair. Now, we ain't gonna hold nothing back. We don't care about your smile. We don't care about your white hair. We ain't feeling sorry for you because you have not told the gang where the tunnels is at. But see, you gonna make me do it. See, y'all gonna make me do this to y'all tomorrow, so subscribe to the channel. We not playing no games. We going all the way in.
Either in late 2001 or early-ish in 2002. I received a call from Larry Summers, who had been on my economic team and was later Secretary of Treasury.
Exactly, Ruby G. All that dope.
And was then President of Harvard.
Y'all hit that like button, double tap.
He said that,
Mod, stay on top of that like button. New people, make sure that people hit that like button. Let's keep this in the algorithm.
Epstein, who had made a substantial commitment of several $1 million. I think it was 10, but whatever it was, I don't know. To brain research.
Brain research.
He was information.
Y'all hear that? Let's get all the bits and pieces to brain research. To brain research. Now, researching, and they testing on these little babies, allegedly. They are testing on these babies. You're going to Asia, and you are going to Africa. Let's go, gang.
Hungry person, and he wanted
to
spend some time talking to me about economics and politics. And he said
about laundering.
He's got this massive airplane, and he said he would take you, your staff.
Why would it matter, Band-Aid Gang, that he had a massive airplane? We tracking him. See, we tracking him now because if he got a massive airplane, so does the president. The president has a massive airplane. Hit my like button.
Your Secret Service detail, anybody else you wanted to bring on the trips that he knew I was planning to set up a global network.
Okay. A global network.
To provide life-saving AIDS medicine to as many people as possible.
We got it. Allegedly to practice vaccines on poor people. To practice all type, and then they want to go to these Asian companies because they trying to create something to get rid of melanated people. They've been operating, trying to notice everything about our pineal glands for the longest. See, this is why they be trying to sabotage my YouTube, where I usually have hundreds in here, and they done tried to dim me down. It's a damn shame.
And I should back up and say, when I left office, we had done all the preliminary work to set up the global
exactly,
funds
Ruby,
on HTV malaria, but it was not yet funded. And there were other
notice they going to these little countries,
institutions,
these poor countries,
who were later funded, including President
injecting these children.
It had not yet been funded. There were only 200,000 people in the entire developing world who had AIDS medicine.
See?
Most of them in Brazil, which had a big drug operation.
Back to Brazil, back to these poor third world countries. Practicing, examining on these little children. You got to read between the lines. They are operating and examining and practicing vaccines on little children, let alone picking up some and human sex trafficking them. Let us know about the tunnels. Let us know about the tunnels. See, while all this distraction is going on, they're hiding stuff in the tunnels. They hiding these tunnels. They trying to get rid of the tunnels. The truth is the tunnels, and I'm going to expose that tomorrow.
On its own. And in Thailand, which also had drug population.
Y'all know what's going on in these countries?
In Africa, there were like 30,000 people or something, just next to no people.
Oh, wow.
And they were dying like flies. And I thought,
why we didn't know about all of this, that they over there doing all of this to these African kids? They was just unaliving like flies. Y'all hearing this? Y'all hearing this? Hit the like button. We'll get you up out of here. Band-Aid Gang and the Great Spill the Tea, we will zap you up out of here.
And found a way to drastically drive the price down.
My mods will zap you.
And that if we could drive the price down, we could, and empower people to administer the medicine right, we could save a lot of lives. And I was obsessed with it.
Look.
And I was being helped by a man named Byron Magaziner who
but why
us in the hot
you're practicing on? Oh my goodness!
We wrote scholars together in 1960s. So anyway, that's
exactly
that's why
is the tunnel.
Said this, I thought, well, this would be great. And
subscribe to the channel. I will be showing you guys all of that tomorrow. I got an exclusive live tomorrow. Make sure you get your membership, because all my exclusives, I'm about to set up all my members for private lives on this type of intel.
When did it end? Well, I believe I took my last flight in 2003. Now, later I became aware of some involvement he had in the first Front and Global Initiative, but it was much later.
Why did your relationship with Mr. Epstein end?
Well, after a year or two, we really picked up a head of steam with this AIDS program, and a lot of other people whom I knew better and who really cared about the work came forward and offered to help.
The tunnels also connect.
And
the tunnels connect. They go all the way to Gene Hackman's house and Tom Ford. It's a triangle.
He was really interested in
I'm going to expose all that. Double tap the screen. Tomorrow we're going in.
Questions. He did ask about economics and politics, as he said he would.
I was going to cover that today, but I set it back because this came out. Thank you, Nurse 59, for bringing this intel out. I thought we should just get it out here.
I thought I had done what I promised to do, and he had done what he promised to do. And I thought I've always, over the years.
So everything that we gathering, he done what he promised to do. We don't know what he promised to do. You should have brought him to the forefront, to the country, and let Let the country know this was a hidden man. If he's creating all these miracles, then why haven't you brought him to the forefront? Like they brought Elon Musk to the forefront, even though he ain't doing Nathan. See, they don't see, we gonna break this down. And that's why I've been staying on. See, these interviews must be broken down along with the intel that I'm giving you guys, so you guys can know exactly what I am talking about. The type of content that I share on my channel. It all has meaning. Y'all gonna be wild tomorrow. So we piecing this up, and we still have to piece up what is happening with Lex Wexner. See, Lex Wexner is the key to all this. Lex Wexner is the key to all this. And I remind you, again, we have found Michael, his attorney, in the Epstein files, along with some more. Exclusive. We bringing it out. Let's go, gang.
But these donors try not to overstay my welcome. I thought that we'd done enough, and then it's time.
It is an alien agenda going on. That's every time it comes to the alien agenda, we go to war. But right now, they have to bring it out.
Learn of Jeffrey Epstein's crimes?
I think in 2008 when he was prosecuted. There's nothing that I saw when I was around him that made me realize he was trafficking women. And I didn't.
Well, see, this is what I'm saying. Well, how is that? When you admitted, this man admitted to messing with women on the island. You knew it was sex trafficking. For once, you was married. You was already doing something wrong behind your wife. So you knew what was going on. Hell, you had a matching Versace outfit on with him. Y'all was twins for a day, Bill Clinton. You was twins with him for a day. Y'all had on Versace shirts. Hell, I didn't know presidents wore that type of Versace. I thought only Master P did. I said, damn. Double tap my screen, gang. I'm going to bring it to you raw. I ain't got to live like this. We don't have to live like this.
Ghislaine Maxwell. When did you first meet Ghislaine Maxwell?
I believe I first met her.
He believed.
With him.
Right.
When she was working with him.
And what did you understand, Miss Maxwell, and what did you understand her relationship to be with Mr. Epstein?
I thought she was sort of his chief of staff or administrator.
And you said that
you thought she was chief of staff or administrator. It got to be one, as long as you knew. You should have knew what she was.
That you first met Miss Maxwell with Mr. Epstein. Is that after you were president?
Yeah, I don't believe I met her when I was president. I could have. I met a lot of people.
Right there. Right there,
I
gang.
definitely remember.
Let's go back. You can't.
Yeah, I don't believe I met her when I was president.
No, hold on.
You first met Miss Maxwell with Mr. Epstein.
Here's my reaction. Now here's my reaction. Here's the Band-Aid gang reaction.
That after you were president?
Yeah, I don't believe I met her when I was president. I could have. I met a lot of people, I don't remember. But
you don't remember if you met her when you was president or you wasn't. Bruh, stop playing with us. We own you. We've been on this shit. We've been on this stuff for a minute, gang. And we're not going to stop. I love, see, this is my alleyway. I love exposing. I love calculating your lies. And I'm an expert at calculating. Double tap my screen, gang.
I definitely remember meeting her on that first flight.
Hey, George.
Can you briefly, for the record, describe the nature and extent of your relationship with Miss Maxwell?
Yes, it was. It lasted longer and was more extensive.
Oh, that lasted
than
long.
My relationship with Mr. Epstein, because Ghislaine Maxwell started going with a man named Ted White.
Uh-oh, write that down, y'all. Ted White. Nurse 59, write that name down. I need the gang. Somebody look up Ted White. See who Ted White was. We need to know. Write down Ted White. We got to track it. Ted White is the first name that we didn't just heard in this. We need to find out Ted White.
a lot of money making the first sort of
Ted White.
self-designed computers. And
okay, Ted White.
was
Ted White had to do something with some computers, gang. Ted White had to do something with some computers. Hit the like
started
button.
going with a man named Ted White,
Okay, Ted White.
who had made a lot of money
Ted White made money.
making the first sort of self-designed computers.
All right.
And
How do you make a Band-Aid gang? It's a self-designed computer. So a self-designed computer. Y'all write that down. This man had something to do. The first self-designed computer. Now so now we got some computer work going on. Now I said, damn. Listen, gang.
making the first sort of self-designed computers. And he was a big supporter
Nurse
of
59, be careful with Hoodie because he know about the
mine
tunnels.
and the foundation.
Okay, let's track.
Before he started seeing Glenn, we'd been friends, and he was interested in
Bring him back if you can, Nurse.
reducing pollution in the oceans.
I've been watching him. I'm watching the chat.
And so when she started going with him, I would see her from time to time.
And when did your relationship with Miss Maxwell end?
I don't think I've seen her in a decade. It's been a long time. I don't know exactly when.
Why did your relationship with Miss Maxwell end?
Okay.
Well, first she moved to
Where she moved to?
Boston, I think. She had a relationship with a man there, and I think they may have married.
Okay, thank you, Nurse.
And so she wasn't so much around, and she then when it became after 2019, when it became obvious that she was involved too,
Thank you, Nurse.
to an extent that I did not know. That was the end of it.
And I want to make sure the record is clear. You mentioned that your relationship with Miss Maxwell was more extensive than that of Mr. Epstein.
Well, it lasted longer, yes.
Okay. When do you have any recollection of what year it would have ended?
No, but you know,
Welcome back,
when she
Hud.
was with Ted White, she was when we were kicking off CGI.
I told you, got to be careful. My mods
was
watch
very
everything.
interested in
They'll
that.
zap you. Sometimes they zap for the wrong reason.
But I don't remember, I don't know, it's been 10, 12 years since I saw her. I don't remember when the last time was.
Thank you. I'm going to ask you some baseline questions regarding who you communicated with and about what. If you don't recall specifics, but do recall you communicated
Thank y'all. Let's match
with
that
them,
40
you
like
should
with
answer
40
yes, but say you do not
views. Thank you
recall
guys for the like.
specifics.
Council, could I just ask, if you're going down a list, your question is, did he communicate with the person, yes or no? And then you'll come back if he says yes to ask further.
Yes.
Thank you.
And I will finish the prompt here too. So the question, Mr. President, have you ever communicated with any of the following people regarding Mr. Jeffrey Epstein
Exactly,
and Ms.
Billy.
Elaine Maxwell? And for now, you can say yes or no, and we will come back to discuss each one.
And this is to the best of his
Pay attention to
recollection.
that watch that's on his hand. Watch that watch.
Okay.
First, Richard Kahn.
Richard who?
Kahn.
T-O-D-D?
K-A-H-N.
I don't know who that is.
Darren Indyke.
Endyke?
Boy,
Correct.
you know.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, he know it. Yeah, he know. Look, he's slick.
Sarah Kelling.
I don't know who that is.
This gonna backfire on all of them.
Uma Abedin.
Yes.
Uh-oh, he turned into a reptile.
President, the question
They
is,
reptiling. Hold on. They reptiling. Wait a minute. They reptiling. Did y'all see his face transfer? They reptiling.
I don't know who that is.
Watch.
Sarah Kellen.
Watch.
I don't know who that
Watch,
is.
he gonna reptile.
Uma Abedin.
Yes.
He reptiled right there. He reptiled. Ooh, he reptiled. Look, gang. Here it come.
Uma Abedin.
He reptiled right there. Boom. He reptiled.
Excuse me, Mr. President, the question is.
He reptiling.
Name the people you communicate.
One more time. And his lawyer reptile.
Yes.
Reptile.
Excuse me.
Reptile.
The question is, as I understand it.
Ooh, look at his lawyer. Watch this. Watch his lawyer
Uma
reptile.
Abedin.
Yes.
Watch his attorney. If I get his attorney in. He reptiling. Let me see right here. Right there. If I get. Now I couldn't get the attorney. He reptiling, y'all. He look at his eyes. He reptiling. We getting him. He reptiling. Oh man, he reptiling. Let's go, gang.
Mr. President, the question is, as I understand it, name the people you communicated to about Epstein and Maxwell.
Oh, obviously I know Huma very well. I don't remember any specific
He just
conversations.
get the fake dimension when they get old.
Noam Chomsky.
No. Mr. Chomsky wasn't a big fan of mine. He thought I was too conservative.
Leslie Groff.
Leslie who?
Groff.
I'm sorry, I don't know who that is.
Well, they know who it is.
Marcinkova.
I don't know who that is.
Jean-Luc Brunel.
I don't know who that is, I don't believe.
Alan Dershowitz.
I know him. And I'm not aware that we ever talked about Epstein or Ghislaine Maxwell. I don't believe we did.
Reid Hoffman.
Reid Hoffman.
I know Reid Hoffman.
You know Reid Hoffman.
But he never talked to me about Mr. Epstein or Miss Maxwell.
So these names, I
kind
of think these names that they saying right now are some of the names that are in the Epstein files that we don't know about. That's just what I think, because these names are new.
I don't believe I know who that is. I don't think I've ever met that person.
Woody Allen.
Woody
I don't
Allen.
know who he is, but
Woody Allen.
I don't think I ever met him, and I never talked to him about Epstein or Maxwell.
Sammy
You know why? Because Woody Allen plays a serious part. His daddy wasn't, if I'm not mistaken, was in the mob. Woody Allen daddy was in the mob. Something like that. If anybody remembers about Woody Allen got a serious background when it come to the mob. See, you see he trying to separate himself from Woody, because Woody come from a serious background. Hit the like button. He come from money. Exactly. See, we don't miss a beat over here on this channel. Double tap the screen. It is mandatory we keep this video up. At the end, go back to my channel and go to the comment section and roll to the right. And that will hype the video up to get more people coming to the channel to keep us in the algorithms. Make sure you guys subscribe to George 2K as well for your good, positive God blessings in the morning. Great guy, y'all.
Sandy Berger was my national security advisor, and we were very close personally, but he's been dead for several years, and I don't think I ever talked to him about either one of those people.
Jess Staley.
Jess Staley?
Correct.
Anytime, no. George. Drop your link in the chat.
Paul Morris.
I don't believe I know him.
LED Rothschild.
Who Rothschild?
LED Rothschild.
LED?
Mm-hmm.
I know Evelyn Rothschild. Is that who it is?
No, and I have other Rothschilds on this list as well.
Uh-oh, look.
I'm not sure who LED Lawchild is. I've met a bunch of them when I spoke at the funeral for Evelyn Rothschild.
Uh-oh.
And I had met some of
George
them.
is link in the chat. Y'all subscribe to George
20
channel.
years ago, but I don't remember.
For your morning prayers.
Lynn Orser Rothschild.
Yes, I know her, but I don't remember ever discussing Jeffrey Epstein or Glenn Maxwell with her.
Glenn Dubin.
I don't believe I know him.
Eva Anderson.
I don't believe I know her.
Casey Wasserman.
Right.
I know
y'all
him.
read what Donald said in the chat, everyone.
He was on a trip to Africa.
When Anderson married his adopted Korean daughter when she turned 22 years old.
Glenn Maxwell or Jeffrey
Y'all
Epstein.
go ahead and read that. I'm going to pin that up.
Ira Magaziner.
Yes, I think I mentioned him earlier. He was.
Hello, Patricia.
Basically helped me start the AIDS program, and he ran the Clinton Health Access Initiative for many years. He retired a couple of years ago.
Okay, Lynetta looked up Ted White. So we researched it. So Ted White, she says Ted White looked up last name White. He often associated with Gateway Computers, co-founder to the company in 1985. He decided to design the computer. He did design the computer from an engineer. So now we got who he was talking about, Ted White. Thank you for the information, Ms. Kane. Thank you very much. See, we tracking over here. Slick Willie, get grossed up. Make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you get make sure you get your notifications so you know what we going on, because we going exclusive tomorrow, gang. Let's go.
A few years ago. But I don't remember ever discussing either Epstein or Rothschild with him. Or Maxwell with him.
Karen Ewing.
No.
Stacy Plaskett.
Stacy Plaskett is the member of Congress from the Virgin Islands, isn't she?
Correct.
I know her. But I don't recall ever discussing Epstein or Maxwell.
Howard Lutnick.
Howard Lutnick. Now look, y'all see how they lining them up? Now, if you pay attention, these are names that was in the Epstein file. Howard Lutnick. Now, we know about Lutnick. Now, we're going to see, does he know Howard Lutnick, how he knows Howard Lutnick. But all of these names that they're saying now are alleged names that must be in the Epstein file, and they picking away. They picking away at these names. So they're picking away and getting information, and I'm glad they aired this. So they picking away, and they're going to get to the bottom of this shit.
Howard Lutnick is the Secretary of Commerce, right?
Right, you know it. Look.
I know him, and
he's thinking of conversations that he may have had with Howard Lutnick and what they may have with him and Howard Lutnick. That's where the pause came from. When he was asked about Howard, look at the pause, because he's thinking. He's like, shit, what did me and dude have any conversations? When he trying to scan, he's scanning in his mind.
Because the Secretary of Commerce, right?
Correct.
Now look, now he's scanning. He's scanning. He's scanning.
I know him and from 9/11, and because Hillary worked with his company and helped him to get going again.
A company to help going again.
But, and I know he's now President Trump's Secretary of Commerce, but I don't remember ever having any conversation with him about Jeffrey Epstein or Ghislaine Maxwell.
So now we know somewhere down the line, what you get out of that, C-Dub? What you get out of that Band-Aid gang? Hillary Clinton helped Howard Lutnick get some type of business going during 9/11? What type of business did he get going around 9/11 that Hillary Clinton helped him with? And remember, he's a Republican. Let's go.
Doug Band.
And he worked for me for years.
They all in it together. They're all in it together.
He arranged like airplane flights and things like that.
Okay.
And was doing work on the first Clinton Global Initiative in 2005. And I know that he knew both Epstein and Maxwell. I do not know to what extent he was in contact with them. And I heard things in the last thing I didn't have any idea of 24 years ago. So
Rocco, don't get zapped.
More specific if you want to know if I knew something.
Y'all keep an eye on Rocco before you zap him. Oh, Nurse 59, thank you for the super chat. Keeping us alive over here, Nurse 59.
Thank you, and we will return to Mr. Band.
Thank you for the super chat.
Louis Free.
Okay, get Rocco up out of here. Thank you for coming by. You can get a goodie bag before you go. Get him a goodie bag before he goes. Bye.
I didn't have any conversations with him about anything practically, but I certainly didn't talk to him about this.
He got a Chinese name, one gone.
Bob Rubin was Larry Summers' predecessor as Treasury Secretary and the first director of the National Economic
Now who's next?
But I don't even know if he knew Jeffrey Epstein or Ghislaine Maxwell. I had no conversation with him about it.
And for now, Mr. President, you can answer yes or no.
Okay.
And the yes or no is intended to convey whether or not you had a conversation about Ghislaine Maxwell or Jeffrey Epstein.
Correct.
So the answer to Rubin is no.
Larry Summers.
Yes.
Okay.
Pete Rathgeb.
I got another pen up there for about by Howard Lucknick, so y'all pay attention to the pen. Pen came in from Paul G.
Oh, Rathgeb. I don't recall that name.
John Podesta.
Everybody pay attention to the pen. It came from Paul G. So we got White. What he? We back in here. All right, we right back. I told you what they be doing. So the pen is up there. Put a 1 in the chat, everybody. If you guys hear me loud and clear, we gonna get right back to it and get the people back in here. A 1 in the chat. Let's go, gang.
I don't believe I ever had a talk with John about it. I did stay in touch with John Podesta after I left the White House.
What's going on, XXX?
A friend, but I don't believe we ever discussed Epstein or Maxwell.
Andrew Friendly.
No,
thank you guys for being patient. They've been doing this. I'm gonna give everybody. They've been doing this ever since I've been on these files because I'm very accurate with what I do. And you know, ever since they had the resets on the phone, they've been playing with my algorithms. But I do thank the new people for coming in and subscribing to the channel. We gonna keep on pushing. We're not gonna let them silence our voice or try to slow us up when it comes to dropping our content because we're so powerful. Let's go.
Yes. And we've stayed in touch over the years, but I don't remember discussing Epstein or Maxwell with him.
Catherine Rumler.
Kathy Rumler is a lawyer who has done some, on occasion, some help for the foundation. I don't believe I ever discussed Maxwell or Epstein with him, but I can't be sure, but I don't remember doing it.
Mr. President,
we almost to 40 likes. Let's run it up.
They're only asking you what you can remember.
Mark Middleton.
I did not.
Uh-oh. What you didn't do?
And he sadly is dead now.
Bill Richardson.
No, he's dead too now, sadly, but I didn't know about his relationship with Epstein.
So we got a lot of
George
names.
Mitchell,
No,
Bill Gates,
Uh-oh.
no,
Leon Black,
He said he did not know Bill Gates, gang. Put a 1 in the chat if you believe that he did not know Bill Gates.
no,
Ayud Barak,
no,
Tony Blair,
no,
Wow.
Andrew Mountbatten Windsor.
I knew
He knows a lot, doesn't he?
that he knew. At some point, I knew that he knew the Glenn Maxwell.
Right, Paul G.
But I did not know, I don't think that he knew Epstein.
So is that a yes that you had communications with him?
I see you, BD.
Is your question communications about Epstein and Maxwell?
Correct.
Just generally as a conversation like you're together? Can you just elaborate more so he can better answer your question?
Mr. President, did you ever have any communications with Prince Andrew related to Mr. Epstein
here we go.
or Ms. Maxwell?
The direct answer to your question is no, but I don't want
What's
to
the
mislead
other
you.
answer?
I know that because of my friendship with Evelyn and Lynn Rothschild, and because the former prince was
See the lies, gang?
around them, and they knew
Y'all see the lies?
Ghislaine Maxwell from Britain, and through her father, her late father. There may have been some conversation there. I don't remember it, but I don't want to mislead you. I knew something that.
You're not
The question,
misleading
because
us.
it's so broad, means that any social engagement that you might have would be captured.
Yeah,
So I think
didn't-
what he's trying to
don't
distinguish
re-
between is what you're trying to
No.
learn and just social engagement.
Yes.
If I had a social
Where's the
engagement,
tunnels?
Related to Mr. Epstein.
Not related to him, no.
Thank you. Peter Mandelson,
No,
Mohammed bin Salman,
Uh-oh. Mohammed.
no,
Larry Page,
no,
Sergey Brin.
no.
So let's talk about Larry Summers. You mentioned that you had communications with him related to Maxwell and Epstein.
They got
What were
it
the
lined
nature
up.
of those-
For the record, he said with Epstein, just to.
Just Epstein.
Just Epstein. Thank you. You mentioned that you had communications with Larry Summers related to Mr. Epstein. Can you describe the nature of those communications?
Yes. As I said before, he called me on the phone. He knew what I was trying to do.
Exactly,
with this
big
age
balls.
group.
Y'all make sure y'all
And how
sub up,
important it
y'all.
was to me.
Sub up, double
And
tap
he
the
said-
screen, hit the like button if you just came in.
He
We
had just
appreciate it
talked
keeping the video in the algorithms.
To Jeffrey Epstein.
Make sure y'all tap in tomorrow. We
Described
diving
as a
in. We know they got the
successful
tunnels. We know what they
investment
doing.
advisor
We not falling for the
who made a lot of
distractions.
money and had made a large commitment to Harvard to brain research. And he said he wants to talk to you about.
Breaking news, I will expose tomorrow. Lex Wexner, attorney, is in the Epstein files. That is breaking news. We will be covering that, and we will be exclusively covering the underground and the connections between the tunnels. Gene Hackman is a major factor in this, and we will be definitely covering. Make sure y'all sub up.
And he says if you will take an hour on the longer legs of these trips he knows they're going to make to Africa and Asia to talk to him about it.
39 likes. Let's get up to
That
50,
he will
y'all.
fly you
Double tap that screen.
And your staff and your Secret Service detail and any other people you want to take who are supporting your work.
And you mentioned these communications were related to the work of your foundation. Did you ever have any other communications with Larry Summers related to Mr. Epstein?
No.
So, for
Yes,
the
you
record, you never discussed anything related to Mr. Epstein and young women or girls?
Absolutely not.
Mr. President, for the record, have you ever been contacted by any law enforcement agency concerning Jeffrey Epstein or Ghislaine Maxwell?
Look, y'all.
As far as I know, no. That is, as far as I remember.
Uh-oh. There you go.
Back in
Been contacted by any law enforcement agency concerning Jeffrey Epstein or Ghislaine Maxwell?
As far as I know, no. That is, as far as I remember.
What?
Back in 2008,
What?
I sort of
What?
thought somebody might ask me something.
Uh-oh.
Because I was glad this had come
Tripped
out.
on his own words, nurse.
But I don't believe anybody ever did.
You mentioned that you thought someone would want to ask you something.
You gotta
Can you
get some water.
elaborate on
You
what
gotta
that
drink
means?
some water on that one.
Just because he let me use his cell phone.
Wait a minute, he let him use what? His
Mentioned
cell
that you
phone.
thought someone would want to ask you something. Can you elaborate on what that means?
Look, y'all.
Just because he let me use his airplane.
Why he need to use his airplane, gang?
And to be clear,
Gang.
have you ever...
Why do the president need to use somebody's airplane, gang? Double tap my screen. See, what you did is, you know you're tied in with that goddamn plane. And you know the president using Epstein plane like it is the president's plane, gang. Make it make sense to the Band-Aid gang. We beat you. This is why we beat you every time, and that they playing with my algorithms. Knowing I be having 200-300 up in here. They didn't know. We got to stop him. We got to stop him because he says it. He tells it the way it is. Exactly. And I'm going to keep popping y'all. And they mad about it, and they know that I got something up my sleeve. Let's go, gang.
provided any information to any law enforcement agency concerning Jeffrey Epstein or Miss Ghislaine Maxwell?
You asked this
You heard
question
what he
before. You're
said.
just asking
You heard what he said.
The response to the question that he previously asked you, Mr. President.
I don't believe any law enforcement agency has ever asked me, and I didn't.
Hey, give Abby you don't come in here with that. Hey, give Abby a Chinese name. One
Are you
gone.
aware of any efforts by anyone, including an attorney, process server, investigator, or any other person to contact you regarding any civil lawsuit, claim, or litigation involving Jeffrey Epstein or Ghislaine Maxwell?
Not that I recall.
Did Jeffrey Epstein ever inform or represent to you that he was working with any intelligence service of any nation, including the United States?
Now listen.
No.
Did Ghislaine Maxwell ever inform or represent to you that she was working with any intelligence service of any nation, including the United States?
No.
And during your relationship, did you ever suspect Epstein or Maxwell of being affiliated with any intelligence agency?
I did not.
Thank you. I want to talk about your time in the White House. I realize that you have testified, your recollection is limited, but did Mr. Epstein ever visit the White House while you were president?
Now listen.
Objection, asked and answered.
Nuh-uh. Answer the question.
The records reflect that he did.
That's not the question.
According to FOIA requests to the Clinton Library, Mr. Epstein visited the White House at least 17 times between 1993 and 1995. Do you have any reason to dispute those numbers?
No. I don't.
Do you know what the nature of Mr. Epstein's visits to the White House were?
This is what we want to know.
Are you asking what he knew in preparation for?
Got him. We got him. We beat you. We beat you. Thank you for asking that question, Mr. Deposition Man. We did him all. Thank you for answering that question, because what does Jeffrey Epstein, double tap the screen while y'all sitting here watching. Looking because you got eyes. Typing because you got fingertips. That's what I'm talking about. Now see, thank you, Mr. Deposition Man. Because what is Jeffrey Epstein way back then, gang? Showing up to the White House like that, but like he the president. president. For one, Bill Clinton using his plane, gang. What are you using this man plane for, gang? And remember, he's a Democrat. Yeah. He is a Democrat, so it don't have nothing to do with red and blue, Democrat, Republican. They all are in it together. It's a twisted triangle, right? And that triangle is the Illuminati. See, what it is y'all finally have seen the Illuminati exposed. That's what you're seeing now. The Illuminati has been exposed. So you pause when they ask you, do you know why Jeffrey Epstein showed up to the White House this many times? And he got shook, gang. Look.
Do
We
you
can't
know
make this
what the
shit up.
nature of Mr. Epstein's visits to the White House were?
Look.
Are you asking what he knew
Look.
in preparation for today?
Look.
Can you clarify what you are
Why was he there?
First of all, at the time, I had no idea he was coming and going. Huge numbers of people come and go.
You don't have no recollection if he was coming and he was going. If he was coming and he was going. You know, let's go.
A lot of them come well over once, especially if they're lobbyists, for example. But I didn't know he was coming, so I certainly didn't know what he was coming about.
Why you wouldn't know what he was coming about?
Mr. President, after you left...
But you used his plane. You used his plane, man. Tell us the truth. You used his plane. And you don't know when a man of that type of caliber and that type of money is visiting you for, can get close to you for, you don't know why he was coming? You know exactly why he was coming. He helped you launder money. He gave you an update on the status of your damn money and was wondering when you was coming to the next party. Allegedly could have been at Mar-a-Lago. I believe he been to Mar-a-Lago too. See, the twisted triangle. We beat you. I'm gonna beat him again tomorrow. I'm going live twice. I'm gonna shock y'all with the exclusive tomorrow. See, I had to dig this in because Nurse 59 put it on the table. She said, Dove, drop this gem right now so the people can track, so you can track them. So when you hit them with the whoop-de-wham, they can understand. And I said, damn, double tap the screen. Let's get these likes up to 50 and keep it in the algorithm. And don't forget to sub up to the channel.
Office, did you or your staff ever conduct a review of records, documents, or other materials related to Mr. Epstein's connections to your White House?
Look.
You're exempting counsel. You can respond to that, but don't say anything about what you talked to your lawyers about.
What?
You can respond to his question.
Do you need the question again?
Yeah, I don't even understand. You mean, did we look into what he did in the White House after I left office?
Mr. President, one of the concerns of the committee is how Mr. Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell potentially attempted to curry favor with influential figures. My question was, after you left office, did you or your staff ever conduct a review of records related to Mr. Epstein's connections to your White House?
To the best of my knowledge, no.
Uh-oh.
At this time, I would like to introduce what will be marked as Majority Exhibit 11.
Oh, they hit him with the exhibit. They got an exhibit.
And while it's being passed out, I will note for the record, this is a New York Times article entitled The Untold Story of How Jeffrey Epstein Got Rich.
Okay.
Published on December 16th, 2025. And when you receive the article, I want to direct your attention to the last paragraph of page 31.
The last paragraph of which page?
31.
Last paragraph of page 31.
And when you are ready, I will also read it into the record.
Read it good, Clinton, because we gotta get the truth up out of you, Clinton.
Again, we are looking at page 31 in the last paragraph, and I will read it into the record and ask you a few questions.
We know.
Please give him a moment to read this.
I see you, John. Double tap that screen.
I see this.
This is the paragraph he wants to
Yes.
with us.
Mr. President, the article reads, by 1995, Clinton and Epstein were sufficiently chummy that he wrote a get well soon note to Epstein's ailing mother. Hanging in there, the president
To his
scrawled
mama.
a yellow post-it, which Epstein saved and we reviewed. Mr. President, did you write this note?
Are you asking if he recalls writing this note from 1995 on a Post-it?
Correct.
Okay, thanks.
It looks like my handwriting, but I don't recall. But I will tell you this.
What?
I have written.
What? What do you mean, man? Are we supposed to fall for that? That's my handwriting. It looked like my handwriting, but I don't recall. You don't know why he was at the White House all those times, but you wrote a get well letter to his mama? I said, damn. See, this is when it get. See, I'm glad we able to see this tonight. Let's go, gang.
It looks like my handwriting, but I don't recall. But I will tell you this.
You don't recall, but it looked like your handwriting.
I have written get well notes to lots of people I did not know and had never met.
Oh, wow.
And you answered.
Why is he trying to separate himself? Think about it. Why is he trying to separate himself, George, from just a letter to his mama? See, that gets deep. He want to say he know him. He want to say he been on the plane. But why he just don't want to say, yeah, I wrote him that letter? See, because he know it's a twist finna come somewhere in the game. Yeah, let's go, gang.
My next question. Did you ever meet Jeffrey Epstein's mother or any of his family members?
Did he meet her?
No, I'm not sure that I was asked to do this by Jeffrey Epstein.
And I want to focus specifically on
Listen to that. He don't know if he was asked to do this by Jeffrey Epstein. That's not the question the dude asked. He said, did you see his mama? And he spent the narrative. Look how he spent it. You got to pay attention because that ain't make no sense.
I was asked to do this by Jeffrey Epstein.
What now look?
People I did not know and had never met.
Now listen to what he said.
And you answered
listen.
my next question. Did you ever meet Jeffrey Epstein's mother or any of his family members?
No, I'm not sure that I was asked to do this by Jeffrey Epstein.
I didn't ask if I was to do this by Jeffrey Epstein. Did that make any sense to the Band-Aid gang? Because it didn't make no sense to the Band-Aid gang. Put a 1 in the chat if that didn't make no sense. He don't know, but that don't make no sense. When future Americans see footage of January 6 riots and Trump rallies, they will understand what kind of people wanted the president to be a felon who was found liable for sexual abuse. Well, when that time comes, we will find that out. And thank you for the 1 in the chat, because what this man said, Band-Aid gang, did not make any sense whatsoever. Double tap the screen. Let's get it up to 50 likes. Match our views. Let's go.
And I want to focus specifically on the article's characterization. It says that you were chummy with Mr. Epstein in 1995. Is that accurate?
No, I'm going to object to that characterization.
Uh-oh, chumming? What is chumming?
No. I was surprised by that.
Come on, Quinn, you on the chopping block.
Let's talk about your relationship with Mr. Epstein after you left the White House.
She said,
How
okay.
do you characterize your relationship with Mr. Epstein?
Uh-oh.
Well, during the time it was cordial.
Cordial.
At any time, would you characterize Mr. Epstein as a friend?
We were friendly, but I didn't know him well enough to be saying we were friends.
What?
How often did you communicate with
What?
Mr. Epstein?
Diabolical.
Usually only on the trips.
On the trips?
I did go to his house once, as you know.
And we will discuss that.
You lied again, gang. You lied. You did not go to that man's house once. You went to that man's house. Wait, so you telling us you went to that man's house one time, gang? You know you didn't go to that man's house one time when you had on the same matching Versace shirt as he did. Men don't just wear no same Versace shirt and they just met one time over his house. Who you think you telling this lie to? This channel observes everything. We don't miss a beat. We not playing out here.
Further later on today. And how did you typically communicate with Mr. Epstein? Did you talk to him on the phone?
Look.
Excuse me, he just said he talked to him on the trips.
Lady, be quiet. Let that man answer that question.
Typically, my staff communicated with with him. I think it was mostly Mr. Band, but somebody talked to him.
And you mentioned that you visited one of his properties. But outside of the work on the foundation and your trips, how many times did you meet in person with Mr. Epstein?
How many times in
You're asking
person?
him to the best of his recollection.
Outside of the trips.
Yeah, that's what he said. Outside the trips, how many
I
times?
believe he came to the office once in Harlem.
Okay,
There was still his house up there then. And I think he paid a brief visit to the office. And I paid a brief
right. Who did the
visit
painting,
to
Bill?
his house. But when I once thought he was there, but now that I think about it, I don't think he was. And that was it. I mean, I didn't.
What happened there?
That's what I remember.
Help construct
And
the
you
tunnels?
You visited Mr. Epstein's house. Are you referring to his New York townhouse?
Yes.
And the New York townhouse was across the street, owned and sold by Jeffrey Epstein. So that house, so we got to remember, Howard Lutnick's house was owned by Jeffrey Epstein, directly across the street. Let's continue.
And your communications with Mr. Epstein, did you ever have any communications that were not related to the foundation?
Look.
I don't believe we ever.
We got you. Hold on, gang.
Communications that were not related to the foundation?
I don't believe we ever talked about anything but the work we were doing. I mean, maybe small talk. I can't.
What about women? You talked about women and children. I said, damn, women, children, and vaccines going back and forth to Africa, using this plane. Y'all had small talk? We ain't had no small talk. Catching them type of planes and shit right there, going over there to these foreign countries and going over to Asia and to Africa. That ain't small talk, gang. That had to do with money. Money, man. Money. And I believe that you had a couple of women to the side that you was laundering. See, a lot of these women made the money. A lot of these women that you see are these runway models. That's what they were using them for. They was passing them on. They was passing them on to big rich people. letting them have sex allegedly with them, getting the money, getting locked in with these men. And some of these women was manipulating these old men, running up a bag. See, sex sells. Sex have always sold. We are looking at pimps. These guys are pimps, gang. And they use their power for pimping. And some of them women was finessing the men that they were having sexual relationships with. Hell, the man had got some skull for Monica Lewinsky in the White House, gang. He got some skull in the White House. I said, damn, stop playing with us.
I don't believe we ever talked about anything but
the
work we were doing. I mean, maybe small talk, I can't imagine.
Small talk.
And for the record, before we move on, did you ever have any communications with Mr. Epstein that related to young women or girls?
No.
Excuse me. Do you have your fantastic? Thank you very
Exactly,
much.
George. Where was Hillary Clinton when all of this was going on? Where was Hillary Clinton when all this was going on, Band-Aid Gang? Good question, George.
Am I good? Good morning, Mr. President. How are you?
Fine.
I want to first start out by asking you, have you ever been or traveled on, or has Huma Abedin ever traveled on Epstein's plane?
If you know.
I don't know.
See, they reached for the attorney then. See, he looked at the attorney like, you gonna stop me? Is you gonna butt in? See, when he wanted the attorney to butt in. But the attorney didn't butt in because he really didn't want to answer that question. Thank you, Paul G. Bingo. That's why he turned. When they get to turning and shit, they boxed in. They hoping at that moment that the attorney stops that question. And that's what he just did right here, Band-Aid Gang. Watch him again.
Are you?
Fine.
We analyzing.
I want to first start out by asking you, have you ever been or traveled on, or has Huma Abedin ever traveled on Epstein's plane?
Umar Abedin. Now look. Umar, look. Now, see, that, we got him. Somebody said bingo in the chat. Yeah. We got him. Yeah. We got him. They coming in. We got him. This was critical. So this name sounds like a foreign name. He got checkmate, Jeff. Exactly. This name sounds like a foreign name, and he didn't want to answer it. And he looked over at the attorneys. Let's track that one more time. Make sure it sit in.
Am I good?
Let's track it
Good morning,
again.
Mr. President. How are you?
Fine.
I want to first start out by asking you, have you ever been or traveled on, or has Huma Abedin ever traveled on Epstein's plane?
Humar Abedin is the name. Anybody know how to spell Humar Abedin? We need to find out who Humar Abedin is, because he gets shook when he heard the name Humar Abedin. We need to find out who Humar Abedin is. 65 in here. Run it up. Humar Abedin. He panics on this name. Somebody in the chat look up Humar Abedin. Let's find out who this character is. Look how he look. He looks over at the attorney. He looks over there. He don't know.
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
She might have taken one of the trips with us, but I don't know.
She might have taken a trip with us, but he doesn't know. Humar Abedin. We got to look up Humar Abedin. Let's go.
Several times.
Several times?
Can you say, have you flown on a plane, any plane?
The Lolita Express.
What is that when you say that?
Have you flown on the Lolita Express with Jeffrey?
Objection.
I don't know what that is.
Have you flown on Jeffrey Epstein's plane with Huma Abedin?
Uh-oh.
Ask and answer again.
I don't remember, but I have phone.
We got him. I got him. We got him, Band-Aid gang. He boxed in. Umar Abedin is rattling him. Look at that facial expression. Umar Abedin. As a matter of fact, he was cheating on his wife. Demeanor said that he was cheating on his wife. We know that too. But Umar Abedin, he might have had a relationship with Umar Abedin because he gets kind of rattled, don't he, Angel? You mentioned Umar Abedin. Boy, look what happened with Umar Abedin, gang. We owe something.
She might have taken one of the trips with us, but I don't know.
She might have taken one of the trips. And you know what that sound like? Don't he sound, we got him. Don't that sound just like when he tried to lie and say he never had no relationship with Monica Lewinsky? That's the same type of lie. That's the same way he sounded when he said that lie. See, they gonna be mad at me. They gonna be madder than 10 people when I get on here. And they always do. What's going on, Denise? I'm glad to see you back. Now look, gang, Abedin is somebody.
Ever been or traveled on, or has Huma Abedin ever traveled on Epstein's plane?
Huma Abedin. Look what... It shook him.
I don't know. She might have taken one of the trips with us, but I don't know.
Okay, so have you flown on a plane with her?
Several times.
Several times?
Can you say, have you flown on a plane, any plane?
The Lolita Express.
What is that when you say that?
Have you flown on the Lolita Express with Jeffrey?
Objection.
I don't know what that is.
Have you flown on Jeffrey Epstein's plane with Huma Abedin?
Ask the answer, you may answer again.
I don't.
Let me put it up here, pin that up. Says that Huma Abedin was Hillary's chief staff when she was Secretary of State. So now we know who that is. I'm gonna pin that up. But this name, what do you think about this name? Hi, chat. She also a best selling author. Okay, so we pinning that. Good research. Thank you, D. Thank you very much.
I don't remember, but but I have found she's been sort of a part of our family for a very long time. So when I went to the Middle East, which I don't think I ever took a plane ride with Jeffrey Epstein, but she would typically go when I did.
So have you traveled with both of them together?
Okay.
Excuse me, both of whom, Congressman?
Of course. Have you traveled with Jeffrey Epstein and Huma Abedin together?
I do not know.
Okay, thank you. If the staff can please pass that.
That's why I say they all in it together. Even the countries that are pretending to be in war. This war is bigger than we think that it is. It's a lot of hidden messages. Why do you think they bombed Dubai? It's a lot of human sex trafficking that goes on in Dubai. But all of a sudden, Iran is bombing the hell out of Dubai. Pay attention.
EFTA 0021628. And the rest of the documents I have them print regarding passports to the president and council.
This will be Exhibit 12.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Mr. President, if you look at the passport page, the bottom of the document should show the EFTA number. It's 000021628.
Yeah.
There's a name on there. Would you be able to read that name to me?
Can you read the name?
Excuse me, Congressman,
Yes.
will you ask me if you've ever seen the document before?
Yes.
Let him read the name.
This is evidence, and so I wanted to ask him specifically. So it's from the DOJ document release, right?
I understand, but he may not have seen it, or he may have seen it.
No, I've never seen it, but it looks like a passport.
Okay. Can you tell me the name that's listed on the passport?
Excuse me, he's never seen this document. Would you just read the name, please?
Yes, the name is Marius Robert.
Marius Robert, yeah.
Are you familiar with that name at all?
No.
Okay. Would you be able to identify the individual in the photo?
Demeanor.
It looks like Jeffrey Epstein.
Okay, the reason I ask you about this specifically is because I do believe that Jeffrey Epstein was an intelligence operative. And so this was a passport that was actually entered in and released by the Department of Justice, but this was an FBI filing. It was found.
Ooh! Y'all just heard it. They said he was a spy. Jeffrey Epstein was a spy. And she didn't say allegedly. She didn't say allegedly. You see how they bring this shit out? Y'all see how they bring it out in slow motion,
Individual in the photo.
Listen what she said.
Okay, the reason I ask you about this specifically is because I do believe that Jeffrey Epstein was an intelligence operative. And so this was
it was an intelligence operative, Band-Aid. This stuff, the streets, the people in United States, everything that we've been saying, we know that we've been speaking on, all the content creators that's keeping this movement going. It's all out there. So why are we all of a sudden wrong with what Donald Trump has been caught into? You see, we know it is too much information on the internet.
Individual in the photo.
It looks like Jeffrey Epstein.
Okay, the reason I ask you about this specifically is because I do believe that Jeffrey Epstein was an intelligence operative. And so this was
an intelligence operative, but America supposed to be the best. Can't nobody come inside of our shit and infiltrate the infrastructure. Well, he infiltrated the whole United States infrastructure. And we are forever in debt and forever going to be little puppy dogs to Israel. See, Israel got us. That's why we jumped to help Israel, because Israel knows all of our dirt, all of the tunnels, all the ancient artifacts that we have stole, all of the spiritual rituals, all the things that they trying to keep us closer, further away from God, while they think they using it to get closer to God, but it destroyed themselves for trying to hide the knowledge.
Passport that was actually entered in and released by the Department of Justice, but this was an FBI filing. It was found in his safe, if you will. So it's an alias. The reason I ask you that is because given your nature and position, I'm wondering if you were essentially targeted by a honeypot operation and or by intelligence to gather information. So that's why I asked you that question.
Mr. President, there's not a question pending.
Is there a question?
No.
Uh-oh.
You can ask a question.
Well, I'll be getting to more, but that's
he shook. He shook. Look,
okay.
He shook.
In position specifically is because I see the name that's listed on the
passport. So this man,
he's never seen this stuff.
He was targeted. He was targeted. They always knew dirt. What about your son, Bill Clinton? What about your black son named Danny Williams? What about Danny Williams? Y'all know he got a black son named Danny Williams. Go look it up. Danny Williams. He looked just like him. His mama was alleged dope fiend prostitute. Somebody go look up Danny Williams, Bill Clinton's son. He has a black son, but you notice that when Hillary Clinton was banging against Donald Trump, why Donald Trump didn't use Danny Williams against them? Why didn't they use Danny Williams against Bill Clinton to make the Clinton them look bad? Why didn't Trump use it? Because Trump knew about him having a son by the name of Danny Williams that looked just like him. The black boy, yeah, his mama was a prostitute. Did I mention that? Put a 1 in the chat if you don't know about Danny Williams. This is why they try to play with my channel. Yes, y'all go look up Danny Williams while you watching my stuff. Type in Bill Clinton's son, Danny Williams. He is a black boy and he has a story. And he looked just like Bill Clinton. And his mama was a prostitute. And he used to go to they when they used to be doing they speeches, he used to sit in the front row and talk about how they used to do him. Yes, I am. I've been doing this, Elizabeth. I rock shows. When I get on here, I rock shows. That's why they try to ban my channel. Because I be opening up your pineal glands. See, I be opening up your eye. Danny Williams is his son. And Donald Trump never used that tactic against him. Like, you know you got another son. This man don't take it to try to win the elections. So now we figured out you've been infiltrated by the Jewish.
Would you just read the name, please?
Yes, the name is Marius Robert.
Marius Robert, yeah.
Are you familiar with that name at all?
No.
Okay. Would you be able to identify the individual in the photo?
It looks like Jeffrey Epstein.
Okay, the reason I ask you specifically is because I do believe that Jeffrey Epstein was an intelligence operative. And so this was a passport that was actually entered in and released by the Department of Justice, but this was an FBI filing. It was found in his safe, if you will. So it's an alias. So the reason I ask you that is because given your nature and position, I'm wondering if you were essentially targeted by a honeypot operation and or by intelligence to gather information. So that's why I asked you that question.
Mr. President, there's not a question.
Is there a question?
No. You can ask a question.
Well, I'll be getting to more, but that's the reason I asked that. Okay, my next question for you is, have you ever had contact with an individual by the name of...
He had to scratch his head, gang. That's the first time out of all of this we've been watching that this man has scratched his damn head. Yep, and he been lied to. And he been fadangled. They fadangled him. Yeah, they fadangled him. AGIL, because that's how I get my point across. And you say something again, I'm going to zap you. Let me get you straight up out of here. Give you a Chinese name called One Gone. It don't make no difference to me. They come and go. Friends come and go. You win them and you lose them. I said, damn, but see, right now we winning. We beat you. See, this is why I do what I do, and I set it up. I set the play up. I set the play up real good. So when I drop this next stuff on y'all, drop this gem, everybody be lined up in place. Okay, bye. See you later. See you later. Bye-bye.
Shantae Davies.
I believe Shantae, that's a distinctive name, and so I think that was the name of one of his flight attendants.
Okay. She's been described on being on a 2002 Africa trip and providing massages. Was she or any other young female on that trip underage at that time?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Did you ever receive a massage or have physical contact from her or anyone else on that trip?
You've seen the pictures. There was one time when I was sitting up and I got a back rub, a neck rub.
Okay.
And I think I did it, but I'm not sure.
Okay. Did you?
So let me do what I do best. So the lady asked him just a second ago, was any other women young, like basically like Shantae? So Shantae was young, right? So now let's track that. Shantae was kind of young. Was any other women underage like Shantae? If I heard it right, I could be wrong. But Shantae rubbed his neck. He needed a massage. What you need a massage for? From Shantae. Told you his baby mama was a melanated person. His baby mama, he liked black girls. Bill Clinton liked black girls. His baby mama black. His baby mama is black. Bill Clinton baby mama black. His son name is Danny Williams. Go look it up on the internet. So now listen what she said. Now he got a massage from Shantae. He gonna say, yeah, I remember Shantae. He said, yeah, because the name is distinctive. As soon as they said Shantae, this girl had to be a melanated person. So he got his neck rubbed by a black girl. Let's go.
Was she or any other young female on that trip underage at that time?
Look, let's
she's been described on being on a 2002
now look
trip and providing massages. Was she or any other young female on that trip being on a 2002 Africa trip and providing massages? Was she or any other young female on that trip underage at that time?
Was she and any other females on that plane underage at that time? So she's asking, was they underage? So basically, do he know how old she was? So she basically saying, do you know how old they were? Because she's asking, was she underage at that time? Exactly. So let's try to figure that out. Was she underage at that time? I'm really trying to figure this out. Bill Clinton, was she underage and these other girls underage at that time? So maybe when they made their, they talked, maybe they were 17, 18. They had to be not too old, but they must be trying to figure out if he knew. But he's gonna roll on himself. His hand is clearly shaking if you pay attention. So let's go.
Not that I'm aware of.
Not that you're aware of.
Did you?
That they didn't look grown. You know what I'm saying, gang? So they didn't look grown because any man know, right? We men, we know. Any stand-up guys out here, put your hands up. Any stand-up guy gonna be able to tell if a woman is young or if she is old. I'm gonna be able to tell if this woman, I'm not gonna second guess the age of any woman that I deal with. That's just real human, that's just real men type of stuff. We not just finna just, you know what I'm saying? Not that I know of. No, we not doing that type of time. I'm in a big position. I need to know how old this woman is. Who is that? Who is this? I got a wife. I'm a president. Everybody's out to get you when you the president. Everybody out when you a celebrity. Everybody is looking for some type of way to take your ass down and put you all over the internet, come up off your name. So you shouldn't be trusting nobody. You shouldn't be trusting a girl to rub you on the back of your damn neck and you got a wife. Didn't you get in trouble for that before, Bill Clinton? I don't care how fancy you got a smile. That smile don't work with everybody on this channel. We don't miss a beat. Let's go.
That's a distinctive name, so I think that was the name of one of his flight attendants.
Oh, he remember?
She's been described.
He remember her. He remember Shantae, gang. He can barely remember when he met anybody, but he remember Shantae. Shantae.
On being on a 2002 Africa trip and providing massages.
Going to Africa.
Was she or any other young female on that trip underage at that time?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Did you ever receive a massage or have physical contact from her or anyone else on that trip?
You've seen the pictures. There was one time when I was sitting up and I got a back rub, a neck rub.
Okay.
And I think Shantae did it, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
Are you not sure if Shantae did it? You think we got him in. We walked him down. You think Shantae did it, but you're not sure Shantae did it? Because there's something wrong here. There's something wrong here because he thinks that Shantae did it. He's not sure, but he knows who Shantae did. He just said they seen the pictures, right? So watch this, Band-Aid gang. Watch how I do them all type of ways. He said that they seen the pictures, Band-Aid gang. He said, gang, that they seen the picture. So they seen the picture of Shantae rubbing his neck. But he still just said he not sure. The reason why he admitted to Shantae is because they seen the pictures and he clearly said that. So we doing him all type of ways.
Did you ever visit Epstein's Little St. James Island?
No.
We have Virginia Guffrey, who has testified seeing you on the island with two young girls.
Ooh!
Did this occur at all? Okay. Why do you think she would have made that claim?
Objection, speculation. You can't.
And do you think this? If Jeffrey Epstein, now this is just my overview. Double tap my screen because I know this is why y'all rocking with me. Look, imagine if Jeffrey Epstein, when he was talking about this man that made the computers, right? They had some type of computer, right? But Jeffrey Epstein had cameras and all the information was going back to Israel and going back to these foreign countries. So there is footage that Epstein has of these people. You think if he was extorting them people that much that you know that man had cameras on his property? He has the footage and he has passed the footage. There is footage. Let's go.
Possibly.
Have you ever met her or any other Epstein associated underage girl?
Not to my knowledge.
No.
A claim.
Objection. Speculation. He can't possibly.
Have you ever met her or any other Epstein associated underage girl?
Not to my knowledge.
Oh my God.
And Epstein's
Hillary got to be a ride or die. Hillary got to be a ride or die.
2016 deposition unsealed in the DOJ files. He refused to answer if you were accompanied by 2 young women who were approximately 18 years old on the island. Were any such women potentially underage with you? I know you've stated that you were not there, but did you have any interaction? You said
Objection to the foundation of the question. He's already stated he was not on the island. You're now asking about a claim of the Fifth Amendment by Jeffrey Epstein.
Okay. Would the staff be able? Go ahead.
If the witness doesn't know, the witness is welcome to say he doesn't know.
No, but he actually answered the question.
Yeah, he
when
answered
she
the
asked
question,
that
but
it wasn't on the island. So then she was asking.
Okay. Do you know an individual by the name of Sarah Ransom?
Uh-oh.
I don't believe so.
Okay. There have obviously been claims made about you, and I do not believe that these claims are credible. The reason I am asking specifically about that name is because that individual stated that you were in sex tapes. Okay, it was unfounded. But given the politicization of this entire investigation, do you believe that it would be appropriate of members of this committee to bring in witnesses, whether it is about you or another president, that have unfounded allegations regarding sexual claims of misconduct?
Said that he was in sex tapes, gang. Boy, you know, boy, they said the man in sex tapes, gang. Sex tapes. It's about to go crazy. This just came out too. This just came out. The internet finna go bunkers, man. He was in sex tapes. These people not lying on this man. That's the sad part about it. I don't believe they lying, gang.
That's not a decision for me to make.
As a recommendation in regards to avoiding trafficking, etc., and bringing justice for the victims, would you make that recommendation to this committee?
Just so I understand the question, you're saying if the witness has unfounded claims?
Well, I don't believe that Sarah Ransom's claims about the president are founded. I don't believe that there's sex tapes with you, President Clinton.
No, I'm just asking about your question. Is it you're not asking if somebody with plausible claims should be brought in. You're asking if somebody with implausible, unfounded claims.
Look at his hand. Because these claims were found to be unfounded.
Look at his hand. He's
somebody
not.
with plausible
Look at his
claims
hand, gang.
brought in. You're asking if somebody
Look
with
at it, look.
implausible, unfounded claims.
Because these claims were found to be unfounded by investigators.
So are you asking his opinion?
Yes, because we're trying to figure out in regards to being able to further this investigation and whether or not we are going to be interviewing other individuals regarding sex trafficking, avoiding in the future. I know that you and your wife have both been big on this issue. So I'm asking you, would you think that it would be appropriate that this committee bring in someone like Sarah Ransom, who has unfounded claims that have been debunked?
I see you, Charmaine.
He answered the
Welcome
question
to the chat.
He answered this question when you first asked it then, when he said that it wasn't for him to make those decisions.
Well, I'm asking for his recommendation to the committee and follow-up.
I'm going to pin your comment.
It's not a gotcha question. This is obviously a very serious investigation.
Well, first of all, I recommend that you have on your staff the prosecutor who's had a lot of experience in this dealing with these cases. Normally, it's not a good idea to bring in a witness that you know is lying.
Okay. Thank you for that. My last questions for you are you familiar with anyone by the name of Adriana Ross?
Uh-oh.
I don't think so.
How about Sarah Kellen?
I don't think so.
Okay. Would you recommend that this committee bring in individuals that were listed as trafficking minors? They were listed as co-conspirators and then given plea deals.
I don't know enough about it, but I think you should do whatever you think will strengthen the ability of the United States not to have this happen again.
Okay. Is it possible, and in your opinion, that you and or your wife were targeted as a means of an intelligence gathering operation?
Object the
by
form of the
Jeffrey Epstein
question.
and Ghislaine Maxwell?
Object to the form of the question. No objection to if he knows that they were targeted.
I believe that's what she asked.
No, she said it's impossible, so she's asking him to speculate instead of asking him, does he know?
Do you know if you were targeted at any point?
I don't, but...
Okay.
Well, you don't. So, well, hold on. So he don't. So before we gonna go right back to this. Because, see, you giving me funny vibes, right? I'm going to show this to the gang. I'm going to show this to the gang. Well, that's your son. That's his son. See, that's your son, though, Bill Clinton. That's your son. That's why these people be trying to play with my internet.
I have no that I am Bill Clinton's son. It was common knowledge. Everyone in Arkansas knew. Everywhere I went, they point, that's Bill Clinton's son right there. He looked like him, don't he?
That's your son.
The ears, the mouth, the chin, the teeth.
That's your son, though.
The nose. I see him in me. You can see a black Bill Clinton. When I brush my hair, I can see Bill Clinton with waves in his head.
That's your son.
I always felt bad about him not wanting to be in my life. Was it because I was black? Was it something wrong with me? Why he don't want to be?
But he was on the plane getting his neck rubbed by Shantae. I said, damn, oh man. He was on the plane getting his neck rubbed by Shantae. Shantae was rubbing his neck. Right. They know that I do them all. But talk about Danny, though, because you like black girls.
A part of me, it made me think of even sometimes suicide. It's not fair.
The boy wanted to commit suicide behind Bill Clinton being his daddy. I said, damn. This is why they don't like what I do. That's your son, Bill. Shantae, you let Shantae rub your neck because you like melanated women. And y'all was on y'all way down to Africa. I said, damn.
And it has been hurtful that he still refused to acknowledge me. Well, time was very hard. And my mom was a working girl on the streets. She was heavy on me.
There you go. Hit my like button. I ain't got to live like this. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Because I don't play no games. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. I'm going to do them all type of ways tomorrow. That's why they have been sabotaging my channel. Because they know that I run YouTube. I run YouTube. Now you heard what he just done said. He said, listen, gang. He said my mama was a sex worker. See, we about to do them all type of ways. I'ma do them all type of ways tomorrow. Hit the like button. Look what he said his mama was. Bill, we on your ass.
Wrong with me. Why he don't want to be a part of me. It made me think of even sometimes suicide. It's not fair. And it has been hurtful that he still refused to acknowledge me. Well, time was very hard.
Look.
And my mom was a working girl on the streets. She was...
He said his mama was a working girl on the streets. Now we got you. We got you, Bill Clinton.
And it has been hurtful that he still refused to acknowledge me. Well, time was very hard, and my mom was a working girl on the streets. She was heavy on drugs.
My name is Lucy Adolphin. My sister.
That's his mama right there. That's his mama. No, that's his auntie. Okay, no, my sister is Ann Williams. So this his auntie. So listen to this, gang. Watch this.
She was talking to him, and she, hung around on the streets on 17th and 9th. She met him on the streets.
I was told that she was with him on 13 occasions.
I don't know about 5 or 6 months after, they had dated and everything.
So why is mama gonna do that, gang? Why is mama, that's his mama, gang. Why is mama just gonna get a picture of Bill Clinton on and just say that ain't, come on, gang, we not, he look just like that man. That's that man's son, gang. That's that man's son. And his mother was a sex worker, gang. May she rest, may all blessings to the woman. We need people to stand up like this. We need people to stand up like this because these are regular people. Shouts out to Danny Williams for standing out and standing up. Let's go look.
My mom went to prison and lost custody of us. My Aunt Lucia stepped up and gained guardianship of us. She raised us in Little Rock, Arkansas. At the time, we was from group.
In Little Rock, Arkansas. Where is he from, gang? Where's Bill Clinton from? Where's Bill Clinton from? Little Rock, Arkansas. Need I say more? Need I say more? Hit my like button. I don't play no games on my channel. And I gotta protect it. And I gotta protect myself. Because these people be trying to do me all type of ways. But I can't let them win, gang. We beat you.
Home to house. My Aunt Lucia wanted to have a father in my life. As a small child, she took me to the governor mansion.
There was a car coming at the front gate, right? And the gate swings open. I ran up in there and ran behind the gate, okay?
She was trying to get him to accept me and notice me.
When I got to the door, I asked for her, and the door was slammed in my face.
Slammed the door in her face. This is Bill's son. He had the black son out here.
And these little guys hanging off the side of the face.
Hillary, she had guys chase him off the property.
Hillary Clinton them chased him off the property, gang. Look.
I read history. History goes back to slave owners. When they have a child with one of their slaves and they want to have them banished off the plantation. What century is this? It just wasn't right.
Every child in this state is somebody because we're going to give them every chance we can.
And honestly, we were needing child support at the time. My mom was in prison.
We was poor, okay? We had nothing. Who gonna listen to us, really?
My Aunt Lucia was working at a gas station.
We have no money to pay lawyers. They just shut us up.
My mom told me on a few occasions when she was threatened.
She didn't talk to leave them alone because we're going to come up missing.
She was also pushed out a 2-story window where she got a metal plate in her foot. To this day, she still feels scared of speaking.
Look at this, gang. We winning, gang. I'm going to play this tomorrow. I got some more. When we do Hillary Clinton's deposition, I'm going to play it again. I'm going to dig it in, gang. I'm not going to play with these people out here.
And they was trying to get information.
They done took all your money. America, Trump supporters, all you supporters, they took all of our money. Raise the taxes, raise the fuel, do this and do this, play with these numbers, because Epstein taught them how to read numbers. Why they take their money and put it in crypto? And did us all type of ways. Even them Trump supporters, this ain't got nothing to do, Band-Aid gang, with no damn Democrat and Republican gang. We gotta stop that. This got to do with America, the citizens. We've been being fandangled for so many years when you look at this. We didn't know that Clinton had this close relationship with Jeffrey Epstein and what they had going on, that they was enjoying money and taking trips and hiding money to have sex for their own sexual gratification. That's what, this is, I'm going to play a little bit of this, we're going to go get back on his ass.
In fact, my mother did receive 7 $100 bills a month in the mailbox.
Look.
Even presents on Christmas that was delivered to my home by state troopers. So I felt he was trying to be a part of my life. And then when he became president, everything stopped. In 1995, when my father was president of the United States, the state of Arkansas put us in foster care. I lived in foster homes. It made me feel horrible because...
That's sad, gang. That is sad. We need to get that 60 likes. Double tap your screen. That's sad, gang. So it was a point of time before he became president that he was at least trying to be in his life a little bit. That's what he said. That the officers was bringing him gifts on Christmas.
In fact, my mother did receive 7 $100 bills a month in the mailbox. Even presents.
So he was giving her $700 a month, right? He said 7 $100 bills. He was giving her $700 a month. The mother. This boy ain't lying.
In fact, my mother did receive 7 $100 bills a month in the mailbox. Even presents on Christmas that was delivered to my home by state troopers. So I felt he was trying to be a part of my life. And then when he became president, everything stopped. In 1995, when my father was president of the United States, the state of Arkansas put us in foster care. I lived in foster homes. It made me feel horrible because I know his child, Chelsea, was well taken care of, and we was house to house, hungry at nights. And to know that my father was the president, it hurts. Try to imagine that your own father refused to love you, refused to say that you exist, knowing who my father was and that he was so close yet so far away made my pain unbearable. Growing up in Little Rock school district system, it was difficulties because you got gang members, drug activities at the schools. And I wanted more to life. I didn't want to end up dead in the streets for nothing. Moving from home to home, not having a stable place to go. It came to a point in high school where I had to drop out to take care of my little sisters and brothers and make sure they were stable and able to go to school every day. I got a job full time at a donut shop my 11th grade year to support my sisters and brothers. If I had the love and support of my father that stayed on me, made sure I had the best education, I feel I would have had a better life. In 1999, they tried to sweep me under the rug with Bill Clinton's friend publishing this phony DNA test. It never was a DNA test.
Roger Altman. Roger is a longtime friend of mine.
Just think about it. It was published in a tabloid owned by a donor of Bill Clinton. Even to this day, Megyn Kelly, Howard Kirk, they continue to quote this bogus DNA test, and it really hurts. I would love to see the DNA test done. Several times, I tried to reach out to the Clintons. People say all the time, you're going to get yourself killed dealing with the Clintons. I wrote letters to his library. I wrote letters to addresses I got off the internet, even emailed him from Facebook on his Facebook pages. I never got any response back. Once in Little Rock, Arkansas, I visited the Clinton Library. I wanted to see how it felt to be his president, and he was speaking. Well, by the time we made it there, he was already gone. We took a tour through the library, and just to see all the things he'd done in the world, helping other kids in Haiti and, all the other places, it just saddened me because I never received any help from him. Hillary started running for president. She visited Little Rock at one of her campaign stops. I put myself right in front of the podium where she spoke. She was looking right at me. Eye contact.
Now this, hit my like button. I need one more like. I'm going to turn it off because I ain't got to live like this. Double tap the screen. I just need 60. Give me a 60 ball. Can I get a 60 ball? I got 59 likes. I need one more like. If you don't know how to double tap the screen, thank you, gang. Thank you. I appreciate it. I ain't asked for no donations. I just asked for your participation. Now, I told y'all, everything that we do on this channel is calculated. I know a lot more than you think I know. I know what these people been trying to do to me. They blackballed me too, but that's another story. We ain't gonna talk about it. We just gonna do it on the internet, and success is best. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do you all type of ways on the internet. I run YouTube, bro. I know why they tried to stop the channel. Now we ain't gonna tarry on this, and we just gonna keep it all the way a beam. They know I know the game. They know I know about everything. But here's the thing. Tomorrow we gonna dig it in. We got to dig it in. So everybody that's a part of my channel and my community, if you want, go ahead and get you a membership. The more members I got, the more stuff that I have in the background. I got more stuff my people will tell you that I can't bring to the internet because they gonna be trying to do me all type of ways. That's how deep I am with this shit, man. That's how deep I am with this shit. Ask Nurse 59. Ask Nurse 59. I got shit that they'll try to come get me. So every piece that I'm doing it so when I hit you with the bombshell tomorrow, we going on twice. We going back to Lex Wexner. We watching body language. We putting it all together. We speaking it into existence. We keeping the ethers on fire. And that's how I vibrate. No low vibrational beings can be in my chat, in my shit. Because I'm telling you, I know what is going on. And everything that I have said, if anybody been watching me for the last 2 weeks, every time I say it, the next day, it happens. Let's go, gang. So I told y'all, so when I do my review on Hillary, because Hillary did her deposition, I don't think hers is that interesting. I'm going to go through it, and I might not share hers because I'm going to stay on Lex Wexner, and I'm going to hit you guys with some bombshells. So just tap in, and we're going to keep going.
Visited Little Rock at one of her campaign stops.
Now this
I put myself to receive any help from.
I was going to play this one right here when I did her deposition, because I told y'all this actually happened when she was running for president.
Hillary started running for president. She visited Little Rock at one of her campaign stops. I put myself right in front of the podium where she spoke.
He put himself right in front of the podium when Hillary Clinton spoke. Hillary Clinton now. So Hillary know about him. So listen.
She was looking right at me. Eye contact.
She looked right at him. So why is he there? Why is he there if he lying?
Oh, she was looking right at me. Eye contact.
So why is he there if he lying? Why is he there if he lying, gang? Why is he there if he lying? Let's go.
In my heart, I was thinking she knew who I was.
I met with a small group of the Black Lives Matter activists.
It made me wonder if she's saying Black Lives Matter, why I don't matter to her.
And I just felt for them.
I was going to introduce myself as Danny Williams, her husband's son, and her stepson.
You know, I am a new grandmother, in case you haven't heard.
I had millions of questions to ask, why?
We're going to do everything we can to make sure she has every opportunity.
As soon as she spoke, she got out of there. I didn't get to talk to my stepmom. I could never imagine having a child and not acknowledge him. I know how it feels to not have a parent in your life. I work construction. I am a person of faith. I take my kids to church every Sunday. I teach my sons how to keep bad language out your mouth, how to speak properly with yes sir and yes ma'am. Recently, I've been telling my kids that their grandfather was the president of the United States, and they amazed by it. They like, no, is it for real? And I tell them, yes, that is my father. And I'm gonna make sure you get to meet him one day. Hillary, please do not deny I exist. I am your stepson. Chelsea is my sister, and Bill is my father.
Super predators. We have to bring them to heel.
I feel bad.
Sad situation in America, huh? Sad situation in America, huh? Sad situation. Oh, the people be on there talking, man, you going for the Republicans. I don't care about none of them type of people, bro. I don't care about none of them because for a long time, I came up conscious.
And on a whole other.
I came up conscious. I've been conscious to this game. And I'm going to tell you one real thing about me, gang. I'm going to win. I'm going to win. My channel going to win, gang. In the end, we going to win. We going to win. And all my people going to be prepared for what's to come. And they going to be mentally prepared, spiritually prepared for what's coming. And then not to be scared. Because we can't be scared no more, gang. We ain't no use to being scared.
Okay, it was unfounded and it was discredited. But given the politicization of this entire investigation, do you believe that it would be appropriate of members of this committee to bring in witnesses, whether it is about you or another president, that have unfounded allegations regarding sexual claims of misconduct?
Hold on, gang.
I do not know.
Okay, thank you.
I was just showing two of them.
If the staff can please pass out EFTA 0021628 and the rest of the documents I have them print regarding.
Put a one in the chat if y'all hear me.
This will be Exhibit 12.
Thank you.
Mr. President, if you look at the passport page, the bottom of the document should show the EFTA number. It's 0021628.
Yep.
There's a name on there.
Put a one in the chat if y'all can hear me. They doing me again. They playing with my channel again, gang. See, when I showed that, now I got double screens on my end. I'm seeing two different people on my channel. I'm seeing two different screens on my channel. Look how I'm seeing two different people. Y'all see that? Put a one in the chat if you hear me. Put a one in my chat. Put a one in my chat if you can hear me. All right, now look at this. Do y'all see the two people? Y'all see him twice? Do you see me rolling and you see his head twice? If y'all don't see that, I see it. Put a one in the chat if you see it. You see what I'm saying? Look, they hacking my channel again. They do this crazy shit to my channel. Now I'm gonna take one off. I'm gonna do them all type of ways. See, they try to play with me because I be spitting the truth. Hold on, I'm gonna do them all type of ways. I'm gonna hide that. See, yeah. See, now they can't play me. See, they try to, we gonna get them this way. Nah, you ain't gonna get me that way. Now it's one. Now it's back regular. But when I put this up, look. It bring two different things up. See how they do this to me all the time, gang. See, they know what they doing. They know why they reset the internet. They know why they reset it. And everybody, YouTube went out for a while. They start pinpointing who they want to lock in on. But you can't fool me. I don't give a damn what you do. I know I'm going to heaven. Yeah, I know I'm traveling the universe. Hit my like button. I ain't got to live like this. I'm doing God work. I ain't doing no Democrat, Republican work. I don't work for these people. I don't know none of these dope fiend ass people. Sex addicts. I don't know nothing about them. I don't know nothing about these sex addicts. Can't get enough. Can't get right. Can't get enough. This ain't the can't get enough channel. Shit, we don't do that type of shit. Let's go.
Would you be able to read that?
We're gonna rock it like this.
Excuse me, Congressman,
Yes.
were you asked if you've ever seen the document before?
Yes.
Look at his hand shaking.
This is evidence, and so I wanted to ask him specifically. So it's from the DOJ document release, right?
I understand, but he may not have seen it, or he may have seen it.
No, I've never seen it, but it looks like a passport.
Okay.
What about your son? Did you see your son? Did you go down there and see your son? We gonna dig that in on you too.
Can you tell me the name that's listed on the passport?
Excuse me, he's never seen this document. Would you just read the name, please?
Yes, and the name is Marius Robert.
Marius Robert, yeah.
Are you familiar with that name at all?
No,
Okay. Would you be able to identify the individual in the photo?
it looks like Jeffrey Epstein.
Okay, the reason I ask you about this specifically.
Linnell, you
is
got to be
because I do
patient, gang.
believe That Jeffrey Epstein.
I'm trying,
was
Linnell.
an
Calm
intelligence
down, nigga.
operative. And so this was a passport that was actually entered in and released by the Department of Justice, but this was an FBI filing. It was found in his safe, if you will. So it's an alias. The reason I ask you that is because given your nature and position, I'm wondering if you were essentially targeted by a honeypot operation and or by intelligence to gather information. So that's why I asked you that question.
Well, if it was a honey,
Mr. President, there's not a question, Penn.
I have, is there a question?
No. You can ask a question.
Well, I'll be getting to more, but that's the reason I asked that.
Now we already know about his
My
son.
next question for you is, have you ever had contact with an individual by the name of Shantae Davies?
That's Shantae.
I believe Shantae, that's a distinctive name, and so I think that was the name of one of his flight attendants.
Okay. She's been described on being...
See his hands shake because he loved black girls. He loved black women. His hands start shaking because he loved black women because he got a black son, right? We just seen his son. His hands shaked about Shantae. The name Shantae flattered him. He liked her. Exactly, D. He liked Shantae. Shantae rubbed him on his neck. Hell, his baby mama's black. Guess what? His other helper right here is black. Did I mention that? Oh, I must have left that part out. I said, damn. So we they always gotta have them a black person on forefront to make it look like they ain't racist or, they down for the black culture. Y'all notice they always put a black person to the side. I said, damn. But see, I'm tracking you, and I beat you. He likes Shantae because his son is black. He like black women. Let's go.
Shantae Davies.
Look at his hand shake.
I believe Shantae, that's a distinctive
Watch
name.
his hand,
so
look.
I think that was the name of one of his flight attendants.
Okay.
Whoa,
she's been described on being on a 2002 Africa trip and providing massages. Was she or any other young female on that trip underage at that time?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Did you ever receive a massage or have physical contact from her or anyone else on that trip?
The United States of America has a super convention that black people aren't allowed to go to because white people only have 2 holes in their pineal glands. Black people have 12 holes in their pineal gland. We have 12 holes in our pineal gland. White people only have 2. Now, no shade. No shade to that. That's just how God created it. But they have secret meetings and studies on why black people have 12 holes in their pineal glands. Your pineal glands controls your dreams. They're your maturity. They open up your state of mind and your dreams if you study the pineal glands. Now, the pineal glands, when people turn 40, when black people turn 40, their pineal gland starts to open up. They become wiser, smarter. That's why they say when you turn 40, you just get that knowledge that your pineal glands opening up. But I believe when they were going to Africa and they were studying on these children, on their pineal glands, you got to do your research. This is all alleged to you guys, but it's not to me. Do your research on the pineal glands, which also causes your dream state, dreaming and stuff. Your creation, your thoughts, your pineal glands. So we have 12 holes, melanated people, in our pineal glands. And the Europeans, Rome, whatever you call them, Caucasian people, they wonder why we have 12 and they only have 2. And I believe they go do these studies on these people. Exactly. Thank you. You know what I'm talking about. Thank you. So that's why they do this. That's what Epstein and all of them were studying when it comes to this. It is so deep, and I know all the pieces. I put a piece out on my last live. You can study if you want, but sometimes I have to open up to get people back on track. So as we continue, it's the pineal glands, and I believe that's what they were going back and forth to Africa for. So let's connect them going back and forth to Africa and Shantae to who? Oprah Winfrey. So Oprah Winfrey is somewhere in the Swadangle. See, Oprah Winfrey was having them black schools. I wonder if Shantae came from, I wonder if Shantae was cool with them people at that school that Oprah Winfrey had done had. Boy, I got some stuff on y'all that I found today that's going to do you all type of ways. Shout out to the Diamond Gang. Exactly. See, I already know what they doing. I know what they doing. But I have to feed it to you slow. And after I give it to you, gang, I'm going to take it lightly on them and tread. So stay subscribed, because I'm going to put my foot on their neck tomorrow. I'm going to show you some stuff you ain't ever seen. It's going to be an exclusive live, the best live you've seen on telling the truth on everything. I've been holding it, and I'm about to put it out.
You've seen the pictures. There was one time when I was sitting up and I got a back rub, a neck rub.
From Shantae. You like black girls.
And I think Shantae did it, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
You think Shantae did it, but you not sure, because you didn't have sense enough to ask how old Shantae was, though. Y'all was going to Africa, though. I said, damn.
Ever visit Epstein's Little St. James Island?
No.
Go to my community wall. I think I'm coming out with this one about 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock, D. 2 o'clock, and then we gon' I think I might do that. I gotta hit you. No, I'm gonna do it. This how we gonna do it. We gonna put out Lex Wexner part 3. I think it's part 3. We got Lex Wexner part 3 coming out tomorrow, right? Because we found that his attorney, we already know his attorney is one of Rothschild's, right? But the attorney, the reason why the attorney whispered in his ear and said, you better shut the F up or I'm gonna kill you. Remember his attorney had said that? Well, the Band-Aid gang has found him in the Epstein files. So his attorney is in the Epstein files. So that's why he wanted him to shut up. So I gotta get y'all lined up for that. We're gonna ride that out, because we're gonna have part 4, 5, and 6, right? So I'm gonna ride that out and get y'all seated. I'm gonna sit you down, right? Like I'm sitting you down right here. I'm gonna sit you down, feed you whatever you want, go get you, serve you hors d'oeuvres and all that type of shit, and sit you down. And then later on that day, I think we're gonna hit them. We're gonna hit them at 2, 3, 4, 5. Be done about 5, because I'm gonna do about 3-hour live tomorrow from 2 to 5, 5, 6, 7, 8. Give myself 8, 9. We're gonna go on at 9 o'clock Eastern time. We're going on at 9 o'clock with the exclusive Eastern time. So all the pieces that you put in your mind, that you gonna see what really exists with these people on how the tunnels connect. This is an underground tunnel world. I even got one of the survivors. See, if you go back and go look at my videos, the reason why they start sabotaging my channel. You remember when they show in the Epstein files, they always show Epstein house at the top. It look all bare and weird and all of that. And I had done said, I said, man, they got the reason why the house look like that in the top and all the furniture look weird, because they don't live in the house, they live underground. Why did I just get a clip of one of the survivors and the survivor said, the reason why his house looked funny at the top, and I said it's the same thing I said. She said, because they live underground. They live underground. All the fancy shit is underground. And they're feeding the ball, the BAAL, that they make human sacrifices to. And I even got some shit where these Asian people that were top hitting were eating babies. Hit my like button. I ain't got to play with y'all. Let's go.
Virginia Guthrie, who has testified seeing you on the island with 2 young girls. Did this occur at all? Okay. Why do you think she would have made that claim?
Objection, speculation. You can't possibly.
Have you ever met her or any other Epstein associated underage girl?
Not to my knowledge.
Not to his knowledge.
In Epstein's 2016 deposition unsealed in the DOJ files, he refused to answer if you were accompanied by 2 young women who were approximately 18 years old on the island. Were any such women potentially underage with you? I know you've stated that you were not there, but did you have any interaction with the said
Objection to the foundation of the question. He's already stated he was not on the island. You're now asking about a claim of the Fifth Amendment by Jeffrey Epstein.
Okay. Would the staff be able?
If the witness doesn't know, the witness is welcome to say he doesn't know.
No, but he actually answered the question.
He answered the
She asked
question,
that
but
it wasn't
not-
on the island.
So this how you know. What you say, babe?
I said, hey man, rewind it back just a little bit. He gonna shake his head.
Yeah, he mad. He shook. He didn't know. And here's the thing. Let me say one thing about what you said before I get to that. When you old as fuck and you kind of old, don't you know what the fuck you young? If you old and you're getting ugly and you're old, you ain't the same. What the fuck you want a young ass 18-year-old motherfucking person for? What you want an 18? You want a motherfucker getting old too. You know what I'm talking about? Why would you want a young ass woman when you old as hell? That means when you old, you want somebody that's experienced, not that somebody that's not experienced. That's asshole backwards. When you old, you want a woman that know what she doing. You don't want to, when you old as fuck, you gotta teach a woman what to do. Hell, I want to teach somebody what to do. I need somebody to know what they doing. Gun ho, we going in and we going out this motherfucker. I ain't got time to teach no kid how to have no sex. That's weirdo type of stuff. Hell wrong with y'all fools. I want to give me a young girl. For what? Get you an experienced woman. What happened to that? What's wrong with you? Because if you wanted young women like that, they just bust down / put they prostitution. You want somebody with the mind that ain't worried about how old you is or how you look, but they gonna have sex with you anyway without any strings attached because it's a paid exchange. That's why you getting it. Cause young women just don't give no old nigga no shit that's way old like that. Don't give him to him like that. Unless it's a paid deal. It's what you need your neck rubbed for, gang. Why Shantae gotta rub your neck, bro? You shouldn't have been on the trip if your neck was hurting. Shantae shouldn't have been rubbing on your neck.
You were not there, but did you have any interaction with the said
Objection to
individuals?
the foundation of the question. He's already stated he was not on the island. You're now asking about a claim of the Fifth Amendment by Jeffrey Epstein.
Okay. Would the staff be able?
If the witness doesn't know, the witness is welcome to say he doesn't know.
No, but
He shook his head at that moment because he shook his head at that moment. I caught you on that one, Angel. Because his attorney said the wrong thing. His attorney said that he wasn't on that island. But listen about look how he looked when his attorney said that, because he knew he was on that island. But his attorney tried to protect him. His attorney tried to protect him, but he was like, damn, I know I was on that island. But the attorney stepped in. Watch how he looked when the attorney said he wasn't on that island. But he know he was on that island. But the attorney tried to step in. I said, damn.
Have you ever met her or any other Epstein-associated underage girl?
Now what?
Not to my knowledge.
In Epstein's 2016 deposition unsealed in the DOJ files, he refused to answer if you were accompanied by 2 young women who were approximately 18 years old on the island. Were any such women potentially underage with you? I know you've stated that you were not there, but did you have any interaction with the said
Objection to the foundation of the question. He's already stated he was not on the island. You're now asking about a claim of the Fifth Amendment by Jeffrey Epstein.
Okay. He know he was on the island. Look.
If the witness doesn't know, the witness is welcome to say he doesn't know.
No, but he actually answered the question.
Yeah, he answered
she
the
asked
question,
that
but
it wasn't on the island. So then she was asked.
Okay.
Look at this
reptilian by the
reptilian.
name of Sarah Ransom.
Look at this reptilian right here. I'ma do you all type of way. You holding dick. You gonna hold dick. You holding this dick. See, then what you did, but then we figured out that you ain't human either. You a reptilian. Where they get you from? They brought another alien with skin on it to come in and take See, look at this reptilian. See, you a reptilian. You ain't human either. Who the hell are you? You a reptilian. The reptilians or the Pleiadians. The reptilians or the Pleiadians is watching the whole play. Look at this reptilian. Look at the reptilian like, we can't let the tunnels get found. We can't let the tunnels get found. I already know what you niggas is on. You can't fool me. I'm kicking you in your ass. I'm kicking you in your ass. Boy, I got the rubber knocking all out of your goddamn elastic in the drawers. Look.
Thank you very much.
Look at her rep. Y'all think it's a black and white thing. You confused. You confused. You confused, people. This ain't not a black and white thing. That's not a human being right there. That's a reptilian. I said, damn. That woman ain't human. They got the reptilians. Look at the reptilians and the Pleiadians. I said, damn. Look. Look at her. Look at her.
Mr. President, if you look at the passport page, at the bottom of the document should show the EFTA number. It's 00021628.
Look at that reptilian.
Yeah.
There's a name on there. Would you be able to read that name to me?
Can you read the name?
Excuse me, Carter,
Yes.
will you ask me if you've ever seen the document before?
Yes. Well, this is evidence, and so I wanted to ask.
Look at the side of her mouth. Look at that damn reptilian. Look at this alien right here. The aliens just stepped in. What is that? What is this half man, half woman? What we have going on here? I said, damn, this is my review. This is my reaction, and I'm reacting to it right. Look at this alien right here. That's a man half / woman. That's a morphodite. Let's get allegedly.
Specifically, so it's from the DOJ document police, right?
I understand, but he may not have seen it, or he may have seen it.
No, I've never seen it, but it looks like a passport.
A reptilian.
Can you tell me the name that's listed on the passport?
Excuse me, he's never seen this document. Would you just read the name, please?
Yes, the name is Marius Robert.
Marius Robert, yeah.
Are you familiar with that name at all?
No.
Okay. Would you be able to identify the individual in the photo?
It looks like Jeffrey Epstein.
Okay, the reason I ask you about this specifically is because I do believe that Jeffrey Epstein was an intelligence operative. And so this was a passport that was actually entered in and released by the Department of Justice, but this was an FBI filing. It was found in his safe, if you will. So it's an alias. The reason I ask you that is because given your nature and position.
This was found in Jeffrey Epstein's safe. Gang. Shouts out to my gang, everybody up in here that fucks with my channel, because we go hard in this paint. First of all, I want to know what you is too, because your hairstyle ain't human. What kind of hairstyle? How your hair growing like that, gang? You got a toupee on. What's this? This is my reaction, gang. What is this? What is that? I ain't never seen that. Why your hair grow like that? Is this human? Band-Aid, gang. Why is his hair like this? Who is this man, gang? What is wrong with this? What's this? Damn, we observing. Why is his hair like that? God damn, Miana. We on your ass.
I'm wondering if you were essentially targeted by a honeypot operation and or by intelligence to gather information. So that's why I asked you that question.
Well, there's not a question.
Bro, you okay?
No. You can ask a question.
Well, I'll be getting to...
No, see, when he moved like that, it took me to the movement of Lex Wexner. That's why I'm on your ass, Lex, because Lex did the same kind of movement when he was caught. Yeah, Lex Wexner, I'm gonna get you. When they told Lex Wexner that $200 million took out his case, he said, oh God, oh, y'all remember how Lex Wexner looked all surprised? He did the same thing. Yes, I did. Yeah, I said it. We whooping ass. We ain't taking no names while we doing it either. We keep it. See, they caught when they keep the mouth open. I can't wait to finish up Lex Wexner ass too. Let's go.
Intelligence to gather information. So that's why I asked you that question.
Well, is there a question?
You can ask a question.
Well, I'll be getting to more, but...
Hey, you know he caught when he slammed his back up against that chair. You see him slam his back? I do him all. That nigga slammed his back up against the chair. Hold on, he hurt.
So that's why I asked you that
Watch him slam his back.
Is there a question?
No.
Watch him slam his back.
Well, I'll be
Bam, I'm done. I'm done. They got me. They got me. I'm done.
My next question for you is, have you ever had contact with an individual by the name
That nigga scratched the top of the hair. It wasn't even a scratch. Yeah, what you scratch for? He shook. He shook. Because they know the Illuminati. See, they got to know. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. I'm going to just say this. I'm giving you too much intel. But I'm going to tell you how smart I am. Let me tell you. Lex Wexner fucks up the whole Illuminati. Now, what he trying to do is not fuck up. When he bumped back on that chair right there, he almost showed a sign that them Rothschilds could have came and got him, right? I'll do you all type of ways. I'm going to do you all type of ways. So let me tell you what's going to happen. One of the two shit going to happen. The British, right? The British, they control a lot of shit, right? But they involved in it too. So it's only going to be two options that we going to get. So the tunnels don't get exposed. C-Dub, how they going to do that? How they, what is you saying, C-Dub? Explain to the people what you're trying to explain. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Les Wexner, it's going to end up allegedly unalived. He going to take an Alka-Seltzer. Yeah, he'll put an Alka-Seltzer. He going to drink Alka-Seltzer. He go, Lex Wexner is no longer living. And then the next thing they gonna try to do, allegedly, is unalive Donald Trump.
Yeah, bingo. Bingo.
Do I gotta tell you again? Do you want me to predict it again? They're going to try to unalive. They got to unalive Donald Trump. You want me to tell you why they got to unalive Donald Trump? Because that's the only way going to keep you people from not paying attention to the tunnels. See, the tunnels is where it's at. The beast that they're feeding. The beast, they're feeding a beast that is inside of them. And the beast is what they're feeding. The children. They are feeding the children to the beast. In order for you not to find out this Illuminati, they have to take out Donald Trump. If they took out Donald Trump, allegedly, imagine what everybody would be doing. Oh, it'd be people in the streets going crazy. It'd be a distraction, right? If this distraction with this Iran war doesn't work, put a 1 in the chat if you believe me. That's all I ask. Put a 1 in the chat if you believe me. If this Iran war does not work, the higher ups will have to unalive Donald Trump. Who's the higher ups, C-Dub? Who is the higher ups, Band-Aid gang? The British. That's why NATO don't want to help. Donald Trump is scarier than 30 motherfucking black people when the police coming. But he not gonna show you he's scared. He knows that they finna try to knock his noodles loose. They have to knock his noodles loose in order to hide the secret society and the bloodline that they all are a part of. So, who's gonna send the hit, C-Dub? Allegedly, the British. The British is going to knock down, allegedly, Donald Trump. Mark my words. Donald Trump has to go. The people want him gone, right? The people want him gone. I know, thank you. They want him gone. How do you cover up something just as massive as what we're seeing? We're not seeing dope dealers and shit on the chopping block, eh? We're not seeing dope dealers or serial killers on the chopping block, right? This is not a serial killer, right? We're not seeing Jeffrey Dahmer on the chopping block. We are seeing our government officials on the chopping block going gun-ho, hiding files because they're hiding the tunnels. They're hiding what they have been. You remember what it said? They tried to make us believe, stuff in the Bible. What did it say? Same as above is below. Same as above is below. And I'm not talking about the Orion star system or the Pleiadian star system. See, I'm deep with this shit. I do you all type of ways. So it's the same above as below. We ain't gonna even get into the Denver airport because that motherfucker's weird. I've been there too. I've been all around the world. I'm a truck driver. Me and Angel see everything. I've been in the tunnels. I've been in the Ozarks underground in a tunnel where the train's at. I seen it all. I'm still wondering, why was I delivering shit underground in a tunnel with a railroad track? Who am I feeding down here? I'm a truck driver. I know what's going on. I know what's going on, Band-Aid gang. So, the last key so these people don't get exposed is to unalive Donald Trump, allegedly. He has to go. Because everybody's going to go crazy. Trump is gone. He's gone. And you guys are going to forget about the Epstein files then. This is the last step right here. This is the last step to see if this works. But it's not going to work. Because this came out because the Most High don't want it to work. The Most High don't want it to work because the Most High got people like me and other people that spitting that fire like I'm spitting it to expose this. That's why they started bringing my views low. That's why I ain't 200 and 300 in my chat like it was just the other day. Because they said, oh, stop that nigga right there. He's doing too much. That boy knows something. Let's lower his algorithm down. But I'm on your ass. And no matter if you push my channel down, I'm still going to keep coming because I'm doing God's work. Or let's say the Most High, because I don't even want to say God no more because I know that stands for gold, oils, and diamonds. And it's dog backwards. I ain't worshiping no dog. Ruth, that's your God. That ain't my God ain't Yahshua. The Most High, if I just want to be neutral. So, they're hiding the tunnels. They're hiding the aliens that they are feeding that are operating on how to survive in our climate. And they use adrenochrome and they scared the children. You have to scare the child first. That's why Epstein was running around chasing them little children. Remember that shit you see in the Epstein file? He was scaring the little children running around in a circle. Boo, he was scaring the little children. He was scaring them. Get their adrenochrome pumped up and then he pull the shit out of they, pull it out of it, they rub it on their faces. But we'll see tomorrow. I'm going to show you it all tomorrow. Let's go.
Can I ask a question?
Well, I'll be getting to more, but that's the reason I asked that. Okay, my next question for you is, have you ever
He's caught.
had contact with an individual by the name of Shantae Davies?
Shantae.
I believe Shantae that's a distinctive name, and so I think that was the name of one of his flight attendants.
Okay. She's been described on being on a 2002 Africa trip and providing massages. Was she or any other young female on that trip underage at that time?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Did you ever receive a massage or have physical contact from her or anyone else?
Y'all seen the pictures? He's gonna say y'all seen the pictures, so yeah, I know y'all got me. Y'all seen the pictures? Yeah.
You've seen the pictures. There was one time when I was sitting up and I got a back rub, a neck rub.
Okay.
And I think Shantae did it, but I'm not sure.
Okay. Did you ever visit Epstein's little...
How are you not sure if Shantae rubbed your neck, but you think Shantae did it? You think Shantae... Why Shantae was rubbing your neck? Sex traffic. Why Shantae was rubbing your neck? Why she rub his neck, Angel? Because she was trying to get something out of your ass. Let's go.
James Island.
No.
We have Virginia Guthrie, who has testified seeing you on the island with 2 young girls.
2 young girls?
Did this occur at all? Okay. Why do you think she would have made that claim?
Objection, speculation. You can't possibly.
Have you ever met her or any other Epstein associated underage girl?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay.
But you met Shantae. They got you in the Flux Deluxe. They Flux Deluxed you. Because Shantae gave this information. But Shantae rubbed your neck. But Shantae, the one that told all this, and it was underage girls. Shantae told this. See, and you fucked up when you told these folks on TV that Shantae rubbed your neck. But Shantae said there was young girls on the island that you was messing with, brother. Hell, we beat you.
In Epstein's 2016 deposition unsealed in the DOJ files, he refused to answer if you were accompanied by 2 young women who were approximately 18 years old on the island. Were any such women potentially underage with you? I know you've stated that you were not there, but did you have any interaction with the said
Objection to the foundation of the question. He's already stated he was not on the island. You're now asking about a claim of the Fifth Amendment by Jeffrey Epstein.
Okay. Would the staff be able...
If the witness doesn't know, the witness is welcome to say he doesn't know.
No, but he actually answered the question.
Yeah, he answered the question.
Look at the reptilian.
She was asking.
The reptilian.
Do you know an individual by the name of Sarah Ransom?
I don't believe so.
Okay. There have obviously been claims made about you, and I do not believe that these claims are credible. The reason I am asking you specifically about that name is because that individual stated that you were in sex tapes, okay? It was unfounded and it was discredited. But given the politicization of this entire investigation, do you believe that it would be appropriate of members of this committee to bring in witnesses, whether it is about you or another president, that have unfounded allegations regarding sexual claims of misconduct?
That's not a decision for me to make.
As a recommendation in regards to avoiding trafficking, etc., and bringing justice for the victims, would you make that recommendation to this committee?
Congressman, just so I understand the question, you're saying if the witness is unfounded?
You're done. Hey, I don't care what, let me say something. You can go wherever you want to. I don't ask you to be on my channel and you know, agree with me. I got a whole different operation going over here on this channel. A whole different vibration system. Whole different ecosystem. A whole different system of survival. A whole different system of, you know, just basically opening up your mind. Put a 1 in the chat if you want me to continue to react off of this, because some of you guys are, you know, it's out there now. Some of you guys are going to go watch it, but you're not going to get the same reactions that you get from me after my studies tomorrow. So once you watch my live tomorrow, if you are confident in what I'm going to, because you guys are going to get your own, that's why I don't mind shutting this live down. Thank you. Because you're not going to get the same kind of reaction. You're going to have your own thoughts when you go watch this, because it's televised now. You're going to say, okay, C-Dove cut his shit short. He cut his. And you're going to go look at it. And you're going to do your own homework. You're going to do your own research. That's why I want you to do your own research. That's why I'm not too pressed on trying to, you know, convince anybody, because this is under Act 107, so you have to do your own research. When you get your information, and I come back the day after tomorrow, because I'm going to continue to stay on him. To all my watchers, I'm going to stay on him, and I'm going to do Clinton. Well, tomorrow, most of my day, I'm going to study Hillary Clinton's deposition. If it's worth it, I'll do it. But I don't think hers is as worth it as his, because she wasn't there. When I talked to Nurse 59, she said, well, C-Dove, I think that you should come out with Bill before Hillary, because Hillary wasn't there. But I'll have to do it for the gang, right? I have to do it for the gang, because she might have clues. If she have clues in her deposition, I will chop it. I will chop the video, and I will get her key points that makes me say, okay, well, that might come back to this. All right, so I'm gonna chop, because I do video editing. That's what I do. So I'll get you guys the right information. So with that being said, also I'm going to do Lex around 2 in the afternoon, and then I'm going to drop the gem for everybody, and I'm going to expose the whole government tomorrow. I promise you, I will expose the whole government and the operation that they have going on tomorrow. And once I expose that part and lock you in and have you be like, okay, damn, bruh, it's absolutely right. Then we're going to go back and finish this off. Days will go by. Things will change during the days. It's going to be bombings in Iran. It's going to be certain things that they keep trying to distract us with, but we're going to stay focused. But all I'm trying to do is guide my people and open the eyes, because whatever to come has already came here before. It's just how many is going to survive the distraction, the destruction that comes with it. Because this earth has been destroyed multiple times, and it has rebuilt itself. It's been more than one flood. How are you going to survive? What kind of position are you going to set yourself in, spiritually, mentally? And that's what we're in. So at the end of the day, my main objective, thank you, I will. She said, please lock your doors. I know, thank you. I mean, God blessed me to be a truck driver, so they can't really, you know, track me down like that. But I got a lot of stuff that I've been, you know. But I thank the people that come in. You know, I always get to 300, 400 people in my chat. This is the first time I've been low like this since I've been covering this. I come from the Young Dolph sector, so if anybody knows about Young Dolph, me and my team, we broke a lot of clues that was in the Young Dolph sector. That's where I come from. So Young Dolph case has also fell into this. The Young Dolph opened up a lot about this. So I'm forever long live Young Dolph. That's where I come from, the Young Dolph sector. I've been to the cookie shop. I put boots on the ground. I've been there. I've been inside the cookie shop. I've been where Young Dolph was unalived. Young Dolph case has a lot to do with this as well. A lot of people don't know. So all this is going to tie back to Jay-Z and everything. I've been patiently waiting in the cut. I am good friends with Jay-Z's son's godmother, which is Dr. Lily Coley. I've been planning to have her on the channel, but the Most High has been working so good for her and Ramir Sadaway, which is Jay-Z's son. I know Jay-Z's son. I know the godmother. She's been on my channel. That's how I know a lot of stuff about Danny Williams, let alone that I am a part of a type of situation. I don't like to bring it up. I don't want to seem like people, clout chasing, because I build my own path. So at the end of the day, I'm letting the Most High work me. I'm not moving. I'm letting God move me. So, hey, Diamond Gang, we got Diamond Gang in the building. Diamond, drop your link to your chat, because I'm finna fire up your channel, too. I'll make your channel bump. Diamond, put your link in the chat. I'm finna work on my Diamond channel. And if y'all don't know, Diamond Gang is a personality on this channel. She been with me since day one. She the one that actually, to let you guys know, I work behind the scenes. She actually is the one that found that Lex Wexner, attorney, is in the Epstein files. So Diamond sends me a lot of stuff every day. She's a wonderful person. She be working and she just comes in and, this is how me and my gang, Diamond, Dr. E, and everybody got to this position of where we are right now. So
gotta keep pushing, keep going.
we just, yes. Thank you, Angel. Like she said, we keep pushing. No matter how it is. We reached up to 71 people. I'm like, damn, we hit 71, nigga. That ain't nothing. We had 600 people in our chat. But we know what they doing. If we gotta keep fighting, we gonna keep fighting. All praises due to the Most High. Diamond Gang, drop your link to your channel in the chat. I need people to subscribe to her channel. I'm going to pump your channel so you can go vertical on YouTube, Diamond. We need to get Diamond up to 50 subscribers. She's on this channel, so she's been pushing this channel for the longest. Her link is in the chat, so I need people to subscribe. We got 29 in here. She is a voice on my channel. She just been letting me, push the line right now to get us back in the algorithm, but Diamond is a political guru. So if we get her up to 50 subscribers, she'll be able to really enlighten y'all and go vertical on her channel. So we're going to start building Diamond's channel. So her link is right there. So her link is in the chat. I want you guys to subscribe to that. We're going to get Diamond up to 50 subscribers. Diamond, I'm going to work on that. So we're going to get you up to 50 real quick. I will put your link out. I will put your link out. We're going to get Diamond up 50 because she will be going ham when she gets on YouTube. It won't take her no time to get monetized. She's just been keeping her channel private, but she's a genius. So I want you guys to start subscribing to her. We're going to blow her channel up. We're going to blow her channel up. No problem, Diamond. You've helped me so much. You stood gun-ho me, Diamond, Dr. E, the real Angel stood gun-ho, and we've been pushing hard for the last little couple years. Got our channel monetized, and, we lost channels getting into nonsense with low vibrational people, but, that's what comes with it when you striving towards success. So, everybody go ahead and go watch this live real quick on him. Tomorrow we going in. We got 2 lives tomorrow. Hope I got a couple of new subscribers. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. I'm C-Dove, Mr. I ain't said a word, but you know what I'm saying. And I said, damn, with the
real Angel.
And we beat you. Band-Aid Gang. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. After this live is over, go to the comment section where it says comment, scroll over twice and it says hype there. Hype my video up so we can keep this video in the algorithms. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. I want to thank Dilly Dell. I want to say that Hash for coming in. Diana, I can't say it right. Last name Hash. Thank you for coming in tonight. Charlie. Damon, thank you, Damon. What up, gang? That's one of my mods. He be in the building. Nurse 59 for putting this out to me first so I can get it out here for you guys to listen to. George, make sure y'all subscribe to his channel. Damina, thank you for coming in too. Mark, thank you. Lenina Mitchell, thank you for coming. My boss, the Bronze Glow. The Bronze Glow, I got you again, my boss. Christina, D, thank you for coming in. D, hope you guys subscribe to the channel. It only let me see a little too much, but it'll stop. But God bless you all. Remember, I know it get hard out here, but we going through the same thing together, and it's called life. Be thankful that you above the ground instead of under it. Shared a lot of love because there's too much hate in the world. It's your boy C-Dub. I ain't said a word, and you know what I'm saying? And I said, damn, smash that like button, and we out. Peace.